Should be a ripper of a game between the South Colac Footy Club and Irrewarra Beeac Footy Club. Both sides, well, they've got a bit of droughts. Irrewarra Beeac haven't won a flag since 2010 when they won 3 in a row as, well, the first premierships as a merged club between Beeac and Irrewarra, and South Colac haven't won a premiership since their famous 2002 premiership against Lorne when they lost by 100 points in the semi-final against Lorne, who were, I think they were on a 28-game winning streak at the time entering that grand final, and South Colac caused one of the biggest upsets in CDFNL grand final history. Dewey's a big punter. I reckon South Colac that day would have been going in at $12.
At least, I reckon, yeah.
It was just incredible when you talk to the players involved that day, you know, that never give up attitude and going into a grand final not thinking, well, you're here, have a crack, and that's what they did that day.
One of the several.
He's been involved. Yeah, no, he's got to run out. This is an interesting watch, isn't it?
This has got Collingwood written all over it right now.
They're going to run through it. It's fine. The wind hasn't. It's just ripped
there we go. It says stuff it.
He's gone through there. That was a nice little thing to watch there if you're here. But South Colac out in the ground. Irrewarra Beeac are out in the ground as well. Matchups galore. Where are we looking? Boys, where is it going to be won, Paul?
Like I said earlier in the broadcast, that I think the forward line for South's going to be the real key. For them, that Chicken, I think, is really, really important. He's tall, he brings that lot of energy, and if Chicken's on, I think he's a bit of a barometer for them. For Irrewarra, it's definitely going to be in the midfield. Their midfield, I think he's the best mids in the comp. Like I said earlier, Dylan and Tyler Flanagan, as well as Chase Murray in there. Those three in particular are their engine house, and they're very, very important to how Irrewarra play.
Thank you everyone, and welcome to the Colac RSL Seniors Grand Final between these two clubs, South Colac and Irrewarra Beeac. Welcome also to the CDFNL Grand Finals across the day here at Australian Land Company Oval. Before we start, we should acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land we meet on today, the Gurjan people of Mar Nation, and recognise all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders peoples' unique cultural and spiritual relationships to the land, waters and seas. We pay our respects to elders past and present and emerging. Congratulations to both teams for making it today, and good luck. And also I'd like to wish luck to our umpires officiating today. Before we have the national anthem and get into the game, obviously yesterday was the sad passing of Queen Elizabeth II, so I ask that we partake in a minute's silence to pay our respects. Thank you very much. Can I ask everyone to be upstanding for the Australian National Anthem, and please welcome Annie Grinton-Williamson to perform it today. Annie, over to you.
Australians, oh let us rejoice, for we are one and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea, our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing. Advance Australia fair.
Could I ask both captains to come to the middle here to toss the court? best team win. Good luck to both sides today.
Here we go. The grand final is underway between South Colac and Irrewarra Beeac. Rocks go at it here and one down at a time by Angus. Comes it now. Bouncing ball. Hot first 5 minutes here, you would think. Comes out there to Chase Murray. Comes out, gets a hand pass away to Flanagan. Up it comes now. High kick by Theodore, who got knocked out in the first 5 minutes of last week's game. His kick up towards the boundary and it's gone over. We'll get a boundary throw in. Hot start early, Paul.
But it's always going to be. The first 10 minutes of this game is going to be really important. The team that settles first is going to be the side that wins it.
Okay, so boundary throw in. Gardner in front on the tap down. Monaghan dispossessed. Comes out to Theodore. His quick kick out, but Armstrong is paid to give an away free kick and it's going to go South Colac's way. And it's going to go to Brendan Monaghan. Had a fantastic season. His first season back after a stint with the Colac Tigers. So he's between wing and half full here, broadcast side of the ground. His crowd has got bigger in the last few minutes. His kick wasn't great. And cutting across and taking the mark was Jacob Stannard. He's had a great final series. A very good year. He sends the long kick up towards centre wing. Important ball to Ioannis. Sanders has to come up the ground, but Perkins defended brilliantly. Ball spills out to Tyler Black. Theodore again. High up and under kick up towards half full, but Gibbler getting back there and takes a nice intercept mark. He was brilliant in the second semi-final. He takes the mark at centre half back. Craig Kerr out of COVID from last week. That's a beautiful kick looking for Perkins. He should take the mark and he does. So he decides to go along up the wing. Not a great kick. Clean bowled everybody down there. Picked up unit by Collins to Cox, the skipper. Goes up towards half forward there. Not a great kick. Picked up nicely. That's on by Monaghan. Well tackled by Gaunt. Collins to call. Ball pin, I suspect. Armstrong's going to pin somebody here. And it's going to go Irrewarra Beeac's way to kick things off in this grand final. And Mitch Gaunt will take the kick. So pretty hot start to this contest. We've played a couple of minutes.
Yeah, Gaunt now at half back right in front of the netball courts. He's going to go inbound. Finds a teammate here. Under pressure there was McRae. He's going to be pinned holding the footy. So free kick goes the way of South Colac on the 50. He's going to go to Brad Collins. Collins goes by hand. Billy the Kid put it up to the hot spot. Left forward pocket. Bouncing football here. Cartwright though. Premiership captain in 2009 and 2010. Sends it the centre win. Billy the Kid takes the mark on the outer side for South Colac. So McLeod now looks afield. Puts it back inside the forward 50. Prazzani couldn't take the mark. Stephen tried to palm it off to a teammate there. Collins. Cartwright stolen the footy. Got it over top to Murray. Murray from defensive 50 now kicks the centre wing. Bouncing football. Rolling. Chris picks up the football for Irrewarra Beeac. Dribbling kick.
On the footy.
On the footy, says the umpire. I thought he got the kick away. Free kick goes the way to the Roos. And Mitch Perkins will take the kick at half back. No score yet here. And, well, they haven't got the time clock going. Traditional here. CDFNL just started. Going back inside the forward 50. Sanders couldn't take the mark. And there'll be a ball up.
Interesting choice here by South Colac too, kicking into the wind as well. So something very different.
Maybe Cox didn't know what way the wind was going.
48 metres out from the Bombers go at the city end. Jackson wins the tap down. McLeod pills it out the footy. Just bounces footy there. Just keep padding along towards the boundary. Did well to keep it in. High up and under kick out towards centre wing, but getting in front Stannard. Read it well and took the mark. He's got Theodore on the inside. Not sure whether to kick to you there. 1-on-1's forward of the footy. Not a great kick though, but it works. Here's Enor, who was terrific in the prelim final last week. Sends the ball inside 50, looking for Gris, but caught at the back. And Giblett, who got in front and took a nice strong mark. So both sides are sorting themselves out early in this grand final. Kick there looking for Cox. Oh, brilliant mark. Read it off the mark there of Theodore. He's been told to go. You're not really sure why, but he did it really well there, the skipper. He kicked. It wasn't all that great, however. And coming in and taking the mark was Cameron McRae. He was terrific in the prelim final last Saturday. Really kept the four-line honest there, and his kick into the corridor's a good kick, and it works to Murray. Oh, Clark drop one he should have taken, turnover. Here's McLeod running through the corridor with a bounce, runs his formation, his kick. He probably hit his foot on the ground. Angus now picks up to Thornton, to Richardson. Kick was beautifully smothered. Brighton did really well. Woods. Kick was well smothered by Thornton. Cheats a hot footer to be one early. Comes out to Josh Black. He sends it back inside 50 for the Kangas. Lynch is here in front of Walker. Lynch read it really well, but Walker applies some good pressure. Good 1-on-1 there, that's on there. Free kick, is it? No, boundary throw in. Good contest early between the two. Played now 4 minutes on the Richardson's Real Estate time clock to the 80th CDFNL Grand Final. No side has scored yet.
This is the hottest game of footy I've seen in a long time so far. Every time someone gets the footy, someone is right on their hammer. Every time.
This crowd is jam-packed.
Shades of the game earlier in the year at the moment, even though 5 minutes in, just no easy disposals as Cartwright kicks it out of defensive 50 for the Bombers. Picked up here by McRae or Enor. He switches it to the grandstand side. Grist, fresh off 5 goals last week. His kick was pressured. Comes out now to Giblett. Hand pass backwards to Mooney. Great to see him back, Justin Mooney. Kicks down to centre half forward. Monahan, too short to take the mark there. Enor for Irrewarra Beeac, picks up the football. Tackled straight away. Stacks on this one. Ball comes out to Cartwright. He just bangs it long from centre half back to centre half forward.
Well
The
done.
Colonel, class over centre mark of the day. Joshy Sanders. He'll be kicking to the city end. He snagged 4 goals in the prelim final last week. Could he kick the first goal of the 2022 grand final? The youngster. He's going back and he's going to have a crack here.
Big kick, kicking from 55.
He's got the breeze behind him too, so distance shouldn't be a problem, wouldn't think.
Very interesting move to kick against the breeze in his first quarter.
Irrewarra won it. I've just been informed, so...
Looked like it was Coxie who was pointing
what I
to the
thought
city
as well.
end. So Josh Sanders just outside the 50, taking his time. He goes bang, distance covered, accuracy not, out of bounds on the full. First shot of the goal for grand final day is out of bounds on the full. Still, no score on the boards. Irrewarra Beeac and South Colac. Interesting stat, these two sides, their lowest score for season 2022 have been against each other. South Colac back in round 15, 4-6-30, and Irrewarra Beeac 3-2-20 that qualifying final a few weeks ago.
Jeff Reese kicks long up the line. Gardner's underneath this one. Coach a good bunch away that time by Angus. Tyler Flanagan lurking. I think that's come off his boot, but umpire Young Tate, he said, nah, we'll give you a bit of it out. We'll get a boundary throw. 52 metres around from the Bomber goal, heading towards the city end in his opening term. So this 2022 grand final. Both sides trying to end their premiership dress this afternoon. Angus winning the tap. Dexter just come off the bench. Does the hat kick forward, and Sandy's in front. Perkins did there. Probably a bit stiff not to be paid the mark there, but it must have hit the turf. Plow's going on. Plow's still in the dispute. Ball pin, I would suspect, and Armstrong says, give it to me, and I'll throw it up at 10 metres around from goal. Good to see the former coaches around the place today. Saw Trunk Hammond earlier on. Timmy Foley's in the house. Kevin Armstrong also in the house as well. The last Bomber side to take him to a grand final. Ball spilled out to Grist now. Hand pass there to Ingles. Ingles there did too much. He did too much. Go high. Free kick will go to Ingles.
He thinks he's gone the other way here.
Yep. And Seb Hayes just aware of it. So has an opportunity now with Ingles. He's 50 metres from goal. There's plenty of numbers inside 50. Sanders.
He's a beautiful kick too, Alex, so I wouldn't be surprised if he slots this.
Just the 2 goals for the season. Alex Ingles comes to 49. Hits it pretty well. Looks pretty good. Well, beat everybody. And there's the first of the 2022 grand final to the Bombers. And it's a goal at 8 contended to Alex Ingles.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
His 3rd goal as a Bomber. And he's the first. Not many people would have tipped him for the first goal of the 2022 grand final.
I reckon $18 on Sportsbet, Drewy.
I reckon.
Damn responsible.
Yeah, Bombers 1 straight. South Colac yet to score. 7.5 gone in his first term. Nutters on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. What a start to this game. Lippy on the boundary.
Yeah, the wind certainly helped that ball through, but still a fair effort to put that through the sticks as always. Great atmosphere down here, boys. It's very, very fun.
It's pumping here at the Central Reserve. Garner knocks Angus out of that ruck duo, and Mick Emery, he goes in for seconds. Kick rebounded off Angus's hand. Bounces back out now. Colonel kicks it up and high. Menzies couldn't take the mark. Here's Sanders again. Hand pass now looking for Parker. Hand pass was smothered. Dexter running towards his football. So's Menzies, represented both sides. Joel Menzies, balls loose. Kicked off the ground there by McRae. Angus throws in the body as well too. Oh, it's just like a yo-yo ping pong at the moment. Cam Parker got it to Cartwright. Cartwright drives at the centre half forward looking for Murray. Out of bounds on the full. Free kick will go to Sammy Giblett right in front of the scoreboard here. That reads the Bombers a goal. South Colac get the score.
That's where the wind's going towards too, boys, towards the scoreboard.
So Giblett goes in short and he finds Josh Black. Returned back into this side from a knee injury.
He's had a bit of it early too, Giblett.
So he kicks out to centre wing. Jeffries or Collins couldn't take the mark. Gathers the football. Tackled by Stannard. Runs out of tarmac, going out of bounds. And it'll be a boundary throw in on centre wing.
Any surprise moves, Paul, that caught your eye early on?
Probably Mooney's probably following around Ben Lavars quite a lot.
I like that
Have a
matchup,
look in that
though, Ben.
position there. Mooney just not giving him any room whatsoever at this stage of the game, and I bet he likes to get on his own pretty early.
Tyler Blake pick up the footy. He got taken high, I would think. Umpire said, non-official umpire did spot it, and he will win himself a free kick on centre wing out of side. So 1 goal to the Bombers, to the Kangaroos, no score. Goal to Alex Ingles. His kick is an absolute shocker there from Tyler Blake. Jaden Angus come barging through yet another grand final. He missed 5th to Dexter to Gaunt. Gaunt starting on in ball up towards half forward. Mitch McGlade used the body pretty well, and he's got it away now on half forward. He kicks inside. 50 Sanders fell over. Murray, good use of the body. No! He's gone the other way. I thought he used the body pretty well, but no one's heard the whistle. And it's going to go to the Kangaroos. Chase Murray couldn't believe it. He knew straight away. Umpire Benny Tate not missing a beat. And the free kick will go to Sammy Giblett in the back pocket. He goes short. Good kick to Jeffries. Marks at half-back flank. So the Roos just taking a bit of time to settle here. They had the week off, obviously. No Borden out and no Tommy McKean this afternoon. His kick up towards the wing. Good punch by McRae. Josh Black robes it nicely. Kick forward up towards centre wing. It's a bouncing ball favouring McRae. Hand pass missed everybody down there. Comes back to Josh Black. His kick was partly smothered. Caught handball button to pressure. Back to Stannard. Stannard explodes away from the pack. He kicks up towards centre half forward, but not a great kick. And Giblett again, been busy in this first turn, takes the mark. He goes over the top and finds Tyler Black, centre wing. Warren numbers getting back, so he decides to go out wide to Jeffries. Couldn't quite get him on the full. Had a bit of a fumble, but good enough to recover. Runs up towards the kick up towards half forward. Not a great kick. Bouncing ball. Little kid come barging through. Enor's kick was well served by Mooney. Lavar's getting back in the hole. Murray, well played. Good handball back there. Oh, heavy hit then as well. And umpire, non-umpire umpire has spotted it as play's gone on. And here's Chicken Lynch on the way taking the mark. Is he going to come back?
It's coming back up here.
Yeah,
that's an interesting one because the officiating umpire said bring it back, but the other umpire said pretty much advantage. Indicated Lynch.
Billy McKidd will take the kick. 2 kicks from goal. He's got Josh Black on the way, and that's a good diving mark there from the former coach of this club. And he'll go back 45 metres out on a slight angle. And this for South Colac's first for the afternoon.
It's had a bizarre year, hasn't he, Josh Blake? He's had some big goal tally numbers, 9 goals in a game, and 38 for the season. A few injuries.
Had surgery on his knee after the qualifying final in the Tuesday night. Had that surgery that Tuesday night. He comes in from 45. Hits it pretty well, but it's the breeze has definitely taken to the left. Hasn't made the distance, but in fact it's gone over the line now to play. We'll get a boundary throw and still a good result for the Kangaroos. It's in their left forward pocket at the Nick Hay Cricket Club end of the ground. Irrewarra 1 straight 6. South Colac gets a score.
Win, 3 certainties in life, death, taxes, and win taking effect in the CDFNL Grand Final. Happens every year.
There's no rain.
Oh, that's right. Umpire throws it back into play. Garner wins a tap out. Monahan chasing for this football now. Almost stolen there by Walker. He lands in a big tackle. Ball comes out. Dexter, Dylan Flanagan. He's picked up the football. Comes out again. Here's Walker. Underneath the football there was Collins. A little tight, tough battle here. No one can get it. It'll be another ball up about 20 metres out from the Roos goal. Took him all the way to the last quarter back in 2019 to kick their first goal. They're right up here now. Can they get one early? Trying to claim it was Collins. Dropped the footy, pinned on the footy. Free kick goes the way of Lockie Theodore.
Well, boys, Big Bluey Angus has come off, dislocated finger.
So Theodore with that headgear too, because he had that massive cut
Let's just say
last week
right
and missed out the prelim final. So that's a big story there, Lippy.
They're just getting it put back in now.
Bluey Angus. So Walker from half back for Irrewarra Beeac kicks the centre half forward. Dylan Flanagan claims the mark. It's a class A centre mark of the day for the skipper. So Dylan Flanagan played a wonderful prelim final last week against Alvey. Looking to go forward for the Bombers. And he does. Puts it inside the forward 50. Over the head of Griss. Good mark by Sammy Giblett. Class over centre mark of the day for South Colac. Does the old switcheroo, looking for Monahan. Couldn't take the mark. Has to get around Stannard. Snaps around the body. Finding Menzies. He picks up the football. He's tackled. Good work by Ingles. Good one-on-one battle there. Mooney's there as well. So's Murray. Chance here for Monahan and Stannard. Stannard pushes it towards the boundary. Ball in right in front of the old grandstand here at the Central Reserve. Irrewarra Beeac still just with a 1-goal lead in this opening quarter in the grand final. 1 straight 6. South Colac yet the score. Greg Allen, Farm Machinery scoreboard. Umpire throws it back in, 55 metres out from goal. Prezani wins the tap out, comes out the Stannard. He's crunched into the ground there by Danny Roberts. And it'll be a ball up on centre wing.
Danny Roberts did really well there. He had Jacob Stannard on his own at the back of the contest while Brendan Monaghan went inside. So really great tackle.
Wilbur Kerr throws the footy up, yet to pay delivery out of bounds yet. Josh Woods kicks out of that stoppage, comes off hands. Tyler Black sends it back inside the forward 50 for South Colac.
Well done.
Garner had the sit, but good mark there by Gort from Irrewarra Beeac. He sends the ball out defensive 50 for the Bombers.
Good kick too and finds Theodore there. Angus still getting work done on the bench to put the finger back in. He grabs a hand pass out, but Gordon has to mop up his own work. Hand pass out, but a free kick has been spotted by the non-officiating umpire. And it's going to go to Lockie Theodore here for the Bombers for holding him. Benny Cook was just having a nice little wrestling match. So a free kick to be taken there by Theodore. Goes over the top, good kick to Dexter, one of the many young players playing in their first senior grand final. Coming through the junior ranks and won a few flags with them. Kick though wasn't great. Looking for Jackson and Bramor Brazani will get a boundary throw. And Lippy down to you. Looks like Jaden Akers is still getting his finger put back in.
Yeah, it's a couple of trainers attending to that at the moment. It wasn't a good one in terms of the angle in which the finger was at. Lestro, just curious to get your opinion. It seems as though both sides really want to try and break and run, but they just can't do it.
Yeah, it's just that final little bit of execution at this point too, and it doesn't help that they're playing that far side of the ground too, where the wind is pushing. So they get it back this side and make things a little bit easier for them.
Dylan Flanagan dispossessed. Tyler Flanagan well tackled. Umpire spotted a free kick and it's going to go against Tyler Flanagan and it's going to go to Benny Cox. Playing another grand final. Is this his opportunity to break through for that elusive premiership he's been waiting so long for? And he decides to go with a big kick up to centre wing there. Numbers here was Lynch. Couldn't quite get there. Theodore's had a good start. Ball spilled out though. Jeffries turned and had the footy. Umpire letting it go. They put the whistles away so far. Blaster's scrum on centre wing. Cartwright, he's been busy early. Paddles the ball out there. Stannard's kick linking for Lavast, but he trapped it beautiful on the second attempt and breaks away. Not really. Great tackle holding the footy. Well done there from the Kangaroos. And it's going to be Paul Bazzani. He gets the hand pass to Jeffries.
So Jeffries now sends the ball to centre wing.
Brave mark.
And Tyler Black takes a good class up to the mark of the day. He's going to get 50 metres.
Clumsy
so he's going to go from centre wing to centre half forward now. Still will be out of range though, Tyler Black. Great little player, was our best on ground on that Anzac Day Eve night at the Western Oval. One of the great highlights of the 2022 season. So Black now sends it inside the forward 50. Hands up there. It was Hay that couldn't take the mark. Comes off hands now. Hand pass looking for Cox. Benny Cox kicks it to himself. Can he rove his own footy? He trips over his own boot. Gord's there as well. So's Monaghan. He's tackled there by Grist. And it'll be another ball up. As I said to you in the pre-game, Paul, you've got Charlie Grist, 5 goals last week, plays predominantly in the forward line, in the defensive, 50 now for Irrewarra Beeac.
It's really impressive how many numbers are getting back and clogging up that
Roberts, Danny Roberts through traffic, kicks to the left forward pocket, picked up here by Collins, hand passes to Tyler Black, this way, that way, swings the ball, looking for a teammate and got him. Down the man Jeffries takes the class over centre, mark of the day, and he'll have a shot for goal for South Colac to try and get their first score of the grand final.
Tough kick this one, very, very tough kick with this wind at the moment.
Just quickly, boys, Blue Angus has gone to the rooms for further treatment.
Oh, big story there.
Here's my tip for the Pete Featherston medal. So
I would say it's just so we don't hear the screams of putting that finger back in because, it was at a right angle.
So Dan Jeffries kicking to the Nick Hay Cricket Club end of the ground here at the Central Reserve, goes back. Oh, is it going to register a score? It does. South Colac finally get their first score of the grand final. It's taken, I'm going to give it another 2 minutes, 17 minutes of this first quarter thanks to AKD Softwoods.
One behind to one straight 6. And it's going to be Mitch score. We'll bring the ball back into play here for the Bombers.
He's going to go long here, guys, with the wind.
And he's going to go... No, he's going to go short.
He goes short.
On your dipper.
Stannard has it in the back pocket. This is a massive crowd in here at the Central Reserve this afternoon. The rain has disappeared. Good use of the body by Giblet, who's been busy early. Hand pass back to Paul Bazzani. He was dispossessed in the tackle. Hay kicked 2 goals in the qualifying final. And he just paddles it out of play. We get a boundary thrown in centre wing broadcast side of the ground. This crowd is jam-packed. Standing room only here at the Central Reserve. Great for the 80th time in league history. Boundary throw-in. Garner, that's brilliantly down to Tyler Black. He sends it up towards half forward, and good mark taken here by Collins. And Collins sends it back. He kicked it straight in the man of the mark, but not really gone to the umpire. And the mark's been taken by Chicken Lynch, the coach. And he just had a bit too much separation here on Walker. And Nick Lynch will go back and have a shot about 30 metres out, and this to put the Kangaroos in front for the first time.
Fellas, I think Nick Embry's coughs up about 2 lungs.
Oh,
since he's been
really?
on the bench, yeah. I'm not sure what's wrong, whether he got a little whack in the guts or something like that, but he's just been over in his haunches, just coughing up a bit.
It's
Hopefully
been a
he's okay.
tough start to this grand final.
A lot of big hits going on. Nick Lynch, 35 out. Comes into the Blue Water Cricket Club end, whatever you want to call it. It's off to the right and through from one behind.
Jeez, that swung late.
Yeah, they did.
That swung seriously late.
2 behinds to 1 straight 6. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard's going to be Chase Murray to bring the kick in duties here. Ingles has just come off the bench, but he decides to go short. Clever kick to McRae. He marks a defensive 50. Goes short to Tyler Flanagan. He takes the mark. Half-back flank. After this season, he's going up to the top end to play a bit of footy, and Dylan as well. Kick looking that time there. Oh, hit Matt Garner in the head like Dan McStay did last night at the MCG. It comes out to Ingles. He kicked the first goal. He sends it high up towards half forward. Grist underneath it. Punched away by Giblett. Comes out to Dylan Flanagan, as Lakers I spoke about. Cox picks it up to Thornton. He's ragdolled. Here's Giblett. Sweeping handball to Monahan. Monahan between half-back and wing. Gets a hand pass to McLeod. This way, that away. Sends it high. It's long. It might stay in play, actually, because the breeze will bring it back. Good, Mike. No. Taking more good. No. Good umpiring there by Ben Tate. Says, give it to me and I'll throw it up there. Good had a really good piece of it, just couldn't quite control it. And ball will be thrown up here, Maxie on centre wing.
Yeah, very interesting start. Low scoring start to this grand final. Bombers leading by 4 points. Gardner knocks Jackson out of that ruck contest. Won the tap out. Monahan got it to Woods. Woods kick on the side of the boot. Black trying to claim the mark, and Josh has gone out of bounds. Boundary throwing near in the netball court side of the ground here at the Central Reserve. So a ball in. Irrewarra back 1 straight 6. South Colac 2 behinds 2 points. AKD Softwood's first quarter here on Mix FM. Also streaming live on our CDFNL Live Facebook page. Gardner wins the tap out. Nice little palm off there. Comes out to Gucci Murray though. Got the hand pass out. Looking for a teammate, but Mooney gathers the football. Tackled there by Tyler Flanagan. Comes out to Prezani. That was Paul. Dribbling ball to centre half forward. Comes out now to Stannard. Picks up the footy. Has to try and get out of defensive 50. He does by boot. Kicks it up the corridor there. But Stephen Prezani takes the class over centre mark of the day for South Colac. He roosts it back to centre half forward to the flank area. Comes off hands. Ravaz gets around Black. Ravaz switches the ball now, looking for Stannard, or Ingles, sorry. He tries to pick up the football, and then he gets tackled by Danny Roberts. He's a man-possessed Danny Roberts. He's landed some big tackles. Emery, though, puts it inside the forward 50. And it's on behind play between Ingles and Danny Roberts.
You wouldn't want to mess with Daniel Roberts, put it that way.
Here's Parker, kicks out a defensive 50 by Boot on the ground. He kicks it again, bit of soccer going on about it. And that's quarter time. That was a short first quarter to kick off the 2022 grand final, in fact. And it was only 1 goal kicked that term.
And that's what we probably come to expect after watching these two a few weeks ago. But this quarter here will be very, very interesting to see what happens.
Colac Motor Group, second quarter. Dewey, take it away. It's the Bombers leading by 4.
Only the 1 goal kick, that was through Alex Ingles. He kicked the kick up towards the wing by Monahan, and Billy McLeod on a hard searching lay takes the mark on centre wing. Being told to go. Chip kick over the top. Looking for Collins, couldn't quite get there as the flag's in the road where we're in front of our broadcast position. And we get a boundary throw in at half forward for the Kangaroos, about 55 around from their goal. Kicking with the breeze, of course. Looks like Emery's going forward, which is a bit of a surprise.
He's done a bit of that this year, though, hasn't he?
Very unusual. Boundary throw in. No one really won the tap down. Tyler Flanagan immediately wrapped up. Good tackle, ball up. In fact, there was a bit of niggle going on between Angus and Emery. In fact, it's Gooch Murray's the last one to get up there. Saw a bit of a storm walking past just before with Gucci Murray on that. McLeod couldn't quite take it. Woods hat kick out of there. Works okay to Steve Brazzani. Good handball over the top to Woods. Woods sends it back inside 50. It's very, very wide. It's missed it by about 30 metres. And Campbell McRae will take the free kick on the full.
Who are Campbell McRae? Defensive 50 here. City end for Irrewarra back, holding a 4-point lead. Low scorer, but it's been just a tough, tight, contested grand final so far. McRae kicks out a defensive 50. No one can take the mark. Gone out of bounds. Minute and a half gone. Colac Motor Group second quarter. Any other different matchups, Paul, can you see in this second term?
Yeah, Josh Sanders' matchups, mate, has changed. Perkins has rolled off him, so that'll be a really decent one too. That contest there, the young and the most experienced player on the ground, I reckon.
Umpire throws it back in. Angus back on the ground there, won the tap out, gathers the football. Here's Tyler Flanagan. Got tackled as soon as he picked it up, or he's going to be in the back, says the umpire. So Tyler Flanagan had 45 disposals when these two sides met in the qualifying final. He'll kick the centre half forward. Here's Paul Prazzani. Just launches it inside the forward 50. Collins flew high, couldn't take the mark. Chance now for Stephen Prazzani. Got it to Tyler Black. Sends it inside the forward 50, looking for Lynch. He's tackled without the footy. No free kick. McRae hand pass was rushed. Comes out to Lynch. Snap around the body was smothered. Bouncing football. Foley. Can he do it again in that left forward pocket? Kicked a ripper in the qualifying final. Comes out to Cartwright. Now thumping kick out of the defensive 50. Murray couldn't take the mark. Has a bit of time though. Measures the kick. It's a good one. Could set up to Tyler Flanagan. Prazzani's there. Just got need a ball. Need a ball. Comes out now to Perkins. Perkins out centre wing. Monahan drops the football. Spills out now. Sanders is there. Monahan tackles Sanders. Right on here at the central. Ball up on centre wing.
I feel like this is about 5 goals apiece, but it's only 1 goal to nil. This is brilliant football.
It is low scoring, but good country footy at the moment as Garner wins the tap out. Comes out to Ingles, the only goal kicker. The afternoon, the Colonel Sanders gathers the football, sends it back inside the forward 50 for the Bombers. Couldn't take the mark. Chris gets the football, so he was Thornton. He was tackled. Here's a chance now for Roberts, trying to gather the football now. He's moved into defence. Comes out to Dylan Flanagan. Just thumping kick to the centre half forward position. Lavars, Murray gathers the football. Hair pass looking for Grist. Good stolen there by Hay. Grist might gather the football now. He's tackled high. He had his head ripped off there by Seb Hay.
And it's a bit happening too.
And they're just going through their Saturday afternoon chit-chats.
I think they're probably auditioning for Dancing with the Stars at the moment, some of these players.
So Charlie Grist will have a shot for goal. Almost top of the goal square. Snagged 5 goals in the prelim last week. And this to give the Bombers a 10-point lead in the second quarter.
This is big for him because his last 2 games against South Colac, he hasn't really featured, so this is big for him, particularly against the Breeze.
48 goals for season 2022 for Charlie Grist. Kicked 90 goals a few years ago in the under-18s. He comes in and he kicks it straight over the goal. Umpire's hat to the Nick Hay Cricket Club end of the ground for a goal of the day contender.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
Irrewarra Beeac 2 straight 12. South Colac 2 behinds, 2 points. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard 4.5 gone in this second quarter. All thanks to Colac Motor Group, Richardson Real Estate Time Clock. Lippy on the boundary. Any Prosper Health Group injury updates?
No, everything looks fine here at the moment, boys. Just the standard rotations.
Paul, up in the box here, mate. Good goal there by Irrewarra Beeac.
And that's just all that was a quick ball movement inside, and getting a deep quality entry really made them panic and put them under pressure.
Back in the middle, Angus is okay after getting a little bit of work on that finger. Tyler Flanagan dispossessed, but good enough to get the hand pass away. Jeffrey sees a hot footer to be one here at the moment. Ball spilled out, coming through there. Good tackle there on Stannard by Garner. And umpire says, give it to me and I'll throw it up.
I reckon it's lifted a little bit here, Drew. The pressure and intensity has definitely gone up a couple of notches, so it's going to be game on.
Big day for the Garner family, of course. Courtney DeSister playing in the A-grade netball grand final, just about to start very shortly. Angus dribbling ball there, kick it to the ground there, butts on by Woods. Tyler Flanagan, good hand pass under pressure. Foley just ran into a brick wall of Bombers. Umpire says, give it to me and I'll throw it up on the edge of the centre square. Sun trying to break through. There's looming clouds, but the good news is it doesn't look to be any sign of rain for the rest of the afternoon, we hope. McLeod, just a hat kick. Up towards half forward there, Packer Price emerging the footy. Gaunt, not sure he can claim it. Come on, set of hands. Here's a chance. Foley sets for 40 and kicks the Kanga. Oh, it's first goal of the afternoon, and it's a goal of a contender.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
He kicked the first goal fittingly of the qualifying final a couple of weeks ago, and he kicks the first goal for the Kangaroos in this grand final, and a much needed one. They go to 1-2-8. Irrewarra Beeac 2 straight 12. 6 minutes gone, and the Richardson's Real Estate Time Clock that is on the Greek Allen Farm Machinery. So it's Jordan Foley's 19th goal for the season.
Now that's an interesting little goal there from Jordan Foley as well. He was the only one that stayed down. There were 6 players that all competed in the air for that ball. He didn't stay. He didn't fly. He stayed down, read the ball, and kicked a really nice goal.
It's that name, the Foley name, are just footy brains. Paul. They just know that he's just
know
a
what they're
wonderful player, isn't he, Jordan Foley? Hopefully we get to see Jack back next year for South Colac. So we're going to have a free kick. It's going to go the way of Prezani. Sends it inside the forward 50 for South Colac. Couldn't take the mark. It was Stephen. It was McRae got the hand pass to Enor. Chased down there by Billy the Kid. Run out of tarmac, ball up. So grand final's on. She's on here at the Central. 8 plays 12, so a goal apiece in this second quarter. And good to see South snagging one. Not as late as they got in their 2019 grand final disaster when they kicked their first goal in the last quarter. Embry. He's going to get the free kick here on centre wing.
There's been some a bit of heat in this. There's been a lot of feeling going, a lot of chit-chat, as you call it, Max.
I reckon there's been a bit of chit-chat too, like during the week as well, the big build-up. Words have been said on the social medias. Up and about, grand final week. Was Jeffries.
Free kick off the footy to the right.
He's going to get a free kick. It looked like he got his head ripped off too. He goes looking for Coxey or Lynch. Flew high, couldn't take the mark. Chance for Dylan Flanagan. Hand pass to Murray. Got it to Riley Walker's had a wonderful final series for the Bombers.
Jackson's
and what
on the
about
balls.
a kick? No, not a mark, says the umpire.
That's huge.
Boy, on centre wing. That was a really good kick there by Riley Walker. And he's going to be pinholed the footy on centre wing, so all's well, ends well for Irrewarra Beeac. Should have been a mark anyway. But Chase Murray with the footy on centre wing sends it now to centre half, looking for Jackson. Takes the mark. He destroyed you guys in that elimination semi-final a few weeks ago, Paul.
Thanks for that.
He was a ripper that day. He goes in short and he finds a teammate. The Colonel, Josh Sanders. And he'll have a shot for goal in the right forward pocket, kick into the Nick Hay Cricket Club end of the ground here at the Central Reserve. Standing room only on that hill.
I was going to say, look at the crowd. That is enormous. Absolutely amazing.
Not sure what. This is the Central Reserve of the Adelaide Oval.
Oh, it was the lineup went all the way to the Pyrenealic pub to get in at about 12 o'clock. It was chockers. Sanders comes in. Can he kick the Bombers third?
No.
Doesn't look like he's even going to register a score. Left foot pocket. It's been marked by Jackson. Your man, Paul.
Gee, that's a good grab.
Giving you nightmares again. So Tom Jackson will have a shot for goal in the left forward pocket now. Maybe he could snap around the body and kick it.
South Colac's coaching staff would be ripeable with that. How can you let him have a clear run at the footy like that?
I don't know.
So Tommy Jackson comes in today. He's kicked 24 goals for the season. Been a fantastic recruit. 20 metres out from goal.
Got it.
Has he got it? Goal up by, tell me what it is. It's a goal at Aikatenda.
A Westwick Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
Gets his first for the grand final, and Irrewarra Beeac, they're second for the third term. They're third for the game. They're 3 straight 18. South Colac 1-2-8. 9.5 minutes gone in this Colac Murray second quarter. That's on the Richardson Real Estate time clock, and also all that is on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. Lippy Dipper on the boundary.
Yeah, Irrewarra have won the B-grade grand final against South Colac. I'm still chasing the score. Presentations are on at the moment. We'll find out who was best on court. Just shout out to Laura Whittle, C-grade for the Imperials, who was best on court before we missed that one.
Back in the middle, Angus Hack kick to centre half forward. Sanders in front, goal played by Perkins. Comes out now to Mooney. Mooney's long kick up towards the centre of the ground. Cartwright did really well. Did well down there by Roberts. There punched the footy away. Ball still in dispute. Garner knocks up to Monahan. He's just having to pick it up there. Plans to call. Parker rops up here for the Bombers. Gives it to Stunner. Been very good early. They're doing a foot stack, but did too much. Well done, Monahan. Holding the footy for a kick. Will go to him at centre wing. He's got Tyler back, but Thornton there couldn't quite take it, but here's an opportunity for South. Jeffries, kick inside 50, Lynch on the leg, good defensive work. Here's Coxey, right forward pocket, well done Enor, hand pass to Lynch. Lynch centres the ball into this hot spot, but all Bombers down there. Shocking bounce down there, coming through that time there. Richardson, well tackled, Josh Black. No prior opportunity, ball up. Good result here for the Roos, deep inside 50, about 5 metres around from their goal at the city end.
And you can see the South Colac are wanting to get that ball in quickly to try and negate Irrewarra, because they are just getting numbers back behind it, clogging up the space, not letting their forwards run and jump at it.
Ball up, Angus, Lynch took it out, immediately tackled there by Dylan Flanagan, ball spilled free. Monahan immediately tackled by Dexter. Ball spilled out to umpire and letting it go a long time, and until he's going to come in and get a ball it up here in the left forward pocket.
Are we watching the Wallabies at the moment, the way they're just piling it on each other with the tackles?
No, tomorrow here, of course, this is the last game for the season. Free kick will go against Ghana. He knew straight away, and it'll let off there for the Bombers, and Angus will take the free kick. And the last side of the fence.
When we broadcast this game early in the year, I reckon there was a record of smothers. It was just smothers central that afternoon at the Wowie Recreation Reserve. Here's Bluey Angus, grand final number 6, Big Mark Jackson Richardson, class over centre, mark of the day.
He's a ripper, this kid, I tell you.
So Richardson at half-back for Irrewarra. Beeac goes short, finds Ed Dexter. Dropped the mark, got the hand pass back to Richardson. They tried to make a meal of it. Irrewarra Beeac boundary line saved him. And Benny Tate's boy will do that throw in here, right on centre half forward for South Colac. They're pressing. 1-2-8. Irrewarra Beeac 3 straight 18 in the grand final in the second term. Comes in now to Bluey Angus. Hand pass over the top now. Was by Flanagan. Kick forward. Lavars roves this football. This way, that way around Mooney. Gets around Prazzani. Tries to create some movement around the other boundary there. Kick though, looking for McGlade, who couldn't take it. It's gone out of bounds and it'll be a boundary throw-in. Right in front of the netball courts here. The A-grade netball started yet, Drewy? Can you see?
Not yet. They're still doing presentations, so it shouldn't be too far away for getting underway. What will be a beauty?
33 minutes behind at the netball today.
We'll blame Ed for that.
Yeah. Jackson wins the tap out. Comes out now to Tyler Blacks, playing a good grand final at the moment. Bouncing football, Stannard. Hand passes to McRae. McRae now. Kicks short, looking for Parker. Couldn't take the mark. It was a dangerous kick here. Open football. Menzies picks it up. Hand pass over the top to Billy the Kid. Puts it inside the forward 50. Good class over centre, mark of the day there by Walker. Walker's kick. Dangerous one to Murray. McLeod's there. Big tackle. Steals the footy. Billy McKidd from 45 metres out. Out of bounds on the full. To the city end. Free kick to Irrewarra Beeac. 10 points the Bombers lead in this granny. 13 minutes gone on the Richardson Real Estate time clock.
It's been a low-scoring grand final so far, but it's been very good to watch. It's been tough, it's been ragged. Gaunt with the free kick, just sends it up towards the half-back flank. Menzies coming, couldn't quite take it. It's taken by the skipper, Dylan Flanagan for the Bombers. He's good kick up towards centre wing. Griss attacked it well on the half volley. Gray put some good pressure, but smart bit applied by the small forward for the Bombers. Prazzani mops up, but tackled over the line by Jackson. We'll get a boundary throw in front of the old scoreboard. Lippy down on the boundary. What's that wind doing at the moment?
It's blowing right across to the new scoreboard, Drewy.
All right, there you go. Still probably a little bit there from what it was earlier. Prazzani, Jackson, Jeffries, good quick hand pass to Tyler Black. He explodes away. His kick up towards the left half forward. Leachy got in front of Walker. Well played by the young bomber. Comes out to Angus. Angus gets a quick hand pass to Walker. He's dispossessed. Turnover. Woods dropped the footy. He's gone. Great tackle by Richardson.
The South Colac player down, Brady Collins.
Yeah, Collins doesn't look too great.
He got something in the head, I think. He's keep an eye on that Lippy on the boundary. Prosper Health Group. Injury update. Brad Collins.
Dylan Flanagan has the footy. Sends it up towards half forward. Mooney got in front of Lavars. No mark taken down there. Comes out now to Oborn. Oborn's tack kick is a good kick too, and Tyler Black takes the mark. The need gets something going here, the Kangaroos. The Bombers defending well. Chip Coop to Collins. He's back up. He's all right. It's going to go off for a blood rule. Prosper Health Group injury update, and he's coming towards you, Lippy.
They are threatening to pull this game apart right now, South, but Irrewarra are holding on really well. They're defending really well, but in South, they just look like they're starting to actually settle and get their game together.
Riley Walker, hasn't he been just prolific down back up against Lynch so far this term?
Fantastic.
As Collins comes towards you, Lippy.
He's got a bit of blood on the Duke, on the left Duke, mate.
There you go. So that Prosper Health Group injury update for that. And I tell you what, there's a fair bit of clarity coming out of that. Black sends it inside 50, not a great kickstarter, got in front and took a really good class half a centre marker. That hasn't this guy been good?
He's an early favourite for the Pete Featherston.
He's been very, very good, Jacob Stannard.
His quick kick is not a great one, and Menzies on the knee for there. Should have got a free kick. Umpire says let it go, but it's a late call. But Craig Kerr was all over it. He called it pretty late too. He's going to win himself a free kick at half forward here for the Kangaroos, who are threatening, but the Bombers are holding up well.
So Menzies, every year switches from Irrewarra back to South Colac. This year he's at South Colac. Sends it inside the 450. Tyler Flanagan dropped the footy. Umpire, well, he was sighted onto that view, but Benny Tate didn't want to call it, so a ball up 40 metres out from the South Colac goal. 10 points the margin, 15 gone in this second quarter. Colac Motor Group second quarter. Angus won the tap out. Comes out now to Murray for Irrewarra Beeac. Gets it out defensive 50. Blind turn handball to Lavars. Ducked down to the tackle there. There's the footy smarts of Benny Lavars. Kick looking for McLean, but the footy smarts of Mitch Perkins gets around him. Mitchy Perkins now on centre wing. Dribbling ball to centre half forward, trying to trap it there. South Colac with the footy. Daniel Roberts picks it up, tackled by Lavars. Picked up here by the Roos. They go to centre half forward. Lynch couldn't take the mark. It's gone out of bounds. Scoreboard side here. And it'll be a boundary throwing 1-2-8. South Colac 3 straight 18. Irrewarra Beeac. She's a low scorer, but just a tight, tough contest game. Umpire throws it back up right on the 50. Prazzani wins the tap out. Embry with the footy. Can he snag a grand final goal? Theodore tackled. Flanagan in the back by Roberts. Ball up 45 metres out from goal.
Geez, that flag is blowing.
Yeah, it is working hard now. But look, again, the numbers back behind the footy for Irrewarra has been pivotal so far.
Angus wins the tap out again. Chancing now for Flanagan. Couldn't pick up the football. Monahan does. Kick was smothered. Tyler Flanagan through traffic. He's tackled there by Prazzani.
Gone.
Pin on the footy, says the umpire. Free kick goes the way of Stephen Prazzani. So he sends it inside the forward 50. Menzies flew high. He's going to be paid the mark. Class over centre mark of the day. Joel Menzies, and he would love to kick a goal against his former club. And he'll have a shot probably on the 50 when he goes back and kick it.
Distance should not be a problem here because he's a thumping kick of the footy, Joel Menzies.
20 games. Well, this has been game 21 for season 2022. Just 2 goals for the year. So Joel Menzies now on the 50. We go back. And kick looks bad behind. 1 point. Actually didn't look too bad, but then the goal umpire sort of wedged his way over to the left side. So 1-3-9. South Colac 3 straight 18. Irrewarra Beeac. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. 18 minutes gone. Colac Motor Group second quarter. Richardson Real Estate time clock.
So this grand final still is in a tight arm wrestle at the moment. And it's going to be Gooch Murray to take the kicking duties. He's playing everywhere so far in this grand final. The Bombers trying to win their 4th flag since the merger back in the early 80s. Well, South Colac trying to win their first flag in 20 years as Murray goes out wide. Dangerous kick, but well done there by McLeod. Cut it off, 45 metres out. Sends the ball long. Lynch has got the set against Murray, but he did really well. Good run by Woods. Head pass to Tyler Black. He has a stack of 25 and kicks the goal of the day contender. What a beauty.
The Westwick Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
It was brilliant defence by McLeod that started already. Cut across there, the kick there. And that was a beautiful bit of work that time there from Tyler Black. Snapped and kicked South Colac second. They're 2-2-14 on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. Irrewarra Beeac 3 straight 18. 4 points to difference. And at the 19 minutes played in his second term on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard there, Paul Listroke.
And again, the small's been really important here with the balls hitting the ground in the right position to crumb, feed out the back, and a really good finish there.
So South Colac just getting going now in the grand final. 3 points down. They've had the run of the play.
4 even.
Comes out to Dylan Flanagan. Got it out to Tyler Flanagan. Goes through the traffic. Sends it inside the forward 50. Couldn't take the mark there was Dexter. Gathers the football though. Tackled. And it's a stalemate. It'll be a ball up 40 metres out from goal. Sorry, 2-2-14. That's 2-3-15.
I've got 2-3.
Yeah, it's 2-3. I was right, Paul.
The scoreboard is...
Yeah.
The scoreboard's
All
funny
sorts
buggers.
at the moment. Comes out now Sanders. He's going to give away a free. No, he's got the free.
Ooh.
Umpire had to go through the whole textbook to say what free kick that was. Wayne Armstrong, the Colonel, will go back and have a shot for goal directly in front, 45 metres out, kicking to the Nick Hay Cricket Club end of the ground, but he's against the breeze though. It's a fair breeze. Yet the register of goals so far in this grand final. 4 goals last week. He played in the league's only under-15 grand final back in 2019. He kicked over 100 goals in that competition. Here he is now in a senior grand final in 2022. Kick was ugly off the boot. Goes to the top of the goal square, now to the right forward pocket.
Ooh.
Benny Cox in defensive 50. So's Josh Black. 2 of their top 5 goal kickers. Ball spills out. Paul Prazzani. It's going to be rushed through for a behind. So the Bombers get their first point of the game. Comes out now. It's a 4-point ball game, Paul. 3-1-19 South Colac. 2-3-15 South Colac. So 3-1-19 Irrewarra Beeac. 2-3-15 South Colac.
Sammy Gibble been brilliant in his opening half, coming off a great final series. He big kick to centre wing, ball off hands. Here's an opportunity there with Mooney. Mooney sends it inside 50. Lynch is down there with Collins. He's back on the ground after getting a little bit of work done. It's too wide of him though. We'll get a boundary throw and about 40 around from the Kangaroos goal. That was quick ball moving out of the defence.
And that's exactly what they're looking for. Again, not ideal that it's playing that defensive side of the ground. The ball's going into that dead pocket. But what they're looking for is that quick kick out into space, allowing them to have an open forward line. There was only 2 South attackers in that whole forward line because everybody else pushed up. And that's exactly what they wanted, just a not ideal position.
Mitch McGlade's cut just come off the grid and Tom Jackson is back on for his last few minutes of this first half. Monahan dispossessed, holding the footy. Free kick will go to the Bombers and it'll go to Lockie Theodore. Had a fantastic season for the Bombers. And he sends it up towards centre wing that time there. Sanders has got 2 to beat, but did really well. Brought the ball to ground, and he's immediately tackled there that time by Mitchy Perkins. Umpire said, give it to me, and I'll throw it up here. So a couple of minutes left.
Must have been a big gash wound last week for Lockie Theodore to go to hospital and miss the whole game.
Yep, absolutely.
Now wearing a helmet.
Yeah, skip of Dylan Flanagan there. Quick kick up towards centre wing. Xanders kites a really good hate and laid a very good bump there on Perkins. Back up on his feet, but he's bumped up the footy again. He took one on too many, I suspect, the youngster, and he's been pinned holding the footy. And the free kick will go to South Colac on centre wing here.
What did the first quarter go for, Drew? About 21 and a half?
21 and a half, 22. I think we'll go probably another 25, I'd say. So
25 seconds.
25 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, so ball kicked up the line. Not a great kick though, but Dylan Flanagan punches out of play. We'll get a boundary throw in.
Well, we went another 25 seconds. I think getting really precise there, Julie.
25 minutes, I reckon it'll go this quarter. So it's more goals kicked in this quarter than what it was the first. So
if you have a look again right now, look at the extra numbers that Irrewarra have inside that forward 50 or that defensive 50. They are just clogging the space.
Paul Brazzani stripped the forward too.
Angus won the toss. I don't know if he did, maybe a few years ago. He comes out to Black, tackled by Lavaz, kicked the centre half forward. Here's Parker, hand pass though, goes out of bounds. And a boundary throwing 23 minutes past this second quarter. 2-3-15, South Colac, 3-1-19, Irrewarra Beeac. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. Umpire throws it back into play on centre wing. Garner wings the tap out. Comes out to Theodore for Irrewarra Beeac. Oh, he dropped that. He dropped it.
Yeah.
Free kick goes the way of South Colac.
No, it's
It's going to go to Irrewarra Beeac.
That was the Agro netball, I think, that just started.
So Cam Parker, centre win. Short the free kick there. Oh, he slipped over. He tried to sell the candy and he slipped over. It might come crashing back. Here comes Embry. Hair pass over the top now. Through Monahan. Monahan puts it inside the forward 50 to South Colac. Chickalinks.
Good mark. Great mark.
Class under centre mark of the day. Marked it like Wayne Carey. He goes inbound and he finds Josh Black, who'll have a shot for goal directly in front, about 45 metres out, to give South Colac a lead in this grand final. That was a big mark there. Big play. Cam Parker just stuffed up that kick on centre wing. Probably thought too much of it. Slipped over at the crucial time. Turnover and the Roos. They went for the counter punch, and look at him now, having a shot for goal for the lead. So Josh Black, 38 goals this season. Goes back.
Beautiful.
And he's kicked it straight over the goal umpire sack for a goal at 8 contender. The Roos are in front.
A Westwick Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
3-3-21 South Colac, 3-1-19 Irrewarra Beeac. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. Almost 25 minutes gone in this second quarter. Julie said it's going to be 25 minutes, so
more than that.
If it isn't, we'll clanger of the day material.
Come on, that's rough.
We're going to find something. We've been pretty clean so far today.
Good so far.
So ball back in the centre here. This grand final's taking a while to warm up, but we've got a beauty here this afternoon. Garner wins the tap. Josh Black immediately tackled by Dylan Flanagan. Give it to me, ball up. So we've had only the one goal kicked in the opening term, but it's been 3-2 in the Kangaroos' favour. What a second half we're in for. Parker, he's immediately gained tackle, and we're going to do it all over again. We'll get a ball up. So Cam Parker, the last one down there. Last one up there also was Embry. So Paul's thrown up here. Port, very good team not to concede a goal before half-time. Parker just dropped the footy. Umpire let it go. Here's Cox now for the Roos. Quick kick over the top's okay to Foley. So good opportunity here for the Kangaroos to go to the strike before half-time. Foley's kick is a beauty to ledge on the lead. That was just too good of a kick. Nothing Riley Walker can do like that. That was a darn good pass. And there is the siren for half-time. And this is a big kick, too, for the coach.
26 minutes that quarter, Drew.
Moment.
Oh, a minute off, mate.
Get it together, Drew. This is a huge moment in the whole context of the game. If he kicks this, the momentum is well and truly going with South.
Irrewarra Beeac snagged goals at quarter time, half-time, three-quarter time last week, so this is huge.
45 metres out, Chicken Lynch, and his kick is good, I think. He might have stuck through, but it has.
He's up and about, Chicken.
And everyone's on the ground's got around him, and it's a goal at A contender.
A Westwick Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
How is the tape jolt here on Brad Collins as well coming up?
Nick Lynch kicks his first.
He's a human mummy.
And bomb and a good last quarter, second quarter surge from the Kangaroos has seen them turn for home at half-time by lead by 8 points, 4-3-27. Irrewarra Beeac 3-1-19. What a second half we're in for in this grand final. We'll take a break. Back with more after this here on Grand Final Day 2022 on the other side of this.
Footy jumpers are marked out and the cricket bats are on sale.
How good is cricket though, Max?
It's okay. Drew Boy Sevens take us away. It's the Roos leading by 8 points.
Premiership quarter, this is when their teams make their move. Their winning moves are fact. Tyler Flanagan wins the first kick out of the centre up towards half forward. Packing place around in the footy. McGlade coming in. Wayne Carey couldn't take the mark. Ball spills free to Woods. Woods' kick up towards us into bouncing footy. Roberts did really well and he's going to decide to go long inside 50. Lynch has got to sit. Walker underneath him. Good punch away from the youngster. Ball still on the spit in the half-forward flank here for the Roos. Cartwright did brilliantly, but Emery was up to the task. Hand passed it out deeper in forward. McLeod did really well there on that occasion there. He sends it back up towards half-forward. Black had a fumble. That's Josh. Josh is clever. Kick over the loose. And it's a loose, and it's Lynch in the pocket. He decides to play on. 45 out. Sends it to full forward. Pizzani underneath this one. Bombers up and desperate. Emery did really well. Hand pass is smothered. Ball still on the spurt. Roberts wanted a head-high tackle, but umpire wanted none of it. Umpire said, give it to me, and I'll throw it up in the left forward pocket.
Up and about this quarter, South.
A minute gone, so about 10 metres are in from goal. So these first 10 to 15 minutes crucial. In this turn, Brazzani won the tap. Gaunt tried to take it out of the congestion. Stanner, Ingles in fact. High up and under kick that time there, but good mark by McLeod. Class half a centre mark of the day. He marks at half forward. He goes in, ball to Roberts. Or is it Black? Looks like it's Josh Black. He's got the footy about 52 metres out. Quickly plays on, he sends it to the hot spot to the 10 out from goal. Brazzani there, Collins is deeper as well. Ball off hands, Collins is there, laid up in a strong tackle by Gaunt. And umpire said, give it to me and I'll throw it up here. So South started this third term, the last 5 minutes of the second quarter.
Can they snatch one here? City End. Sorry, not City End. Nikkei Cricket Club into the ground. Umpire throws it back up. Brazzani wins the tap out for South Colac. Rose it though was Gaunt. Thump kick out of defensive 50 for Irrewarra Beeac. Out of bounce on the full though. South Colac repeat entries, putting a bit of pressure on the Bombers' defence now. Legs might be just getting a little bit tight for Irrewarra Beeac. They've ran through the whole final series. South Colac coming off a week off. Emery though on that forward 50 tackle by Cartwright. There's a few games played between those two stalwarts of the CDFNL, Mick Emery and Jason Cartwright. Do you reckon that might be a factor now for Irrewarra Beeac, the recovery and the games played over the month?
Oh, I think at some point it will come into the game, yeah, for sure. And you do worry about the side having a couple of weeks off in South, but yeah, the freshness is probably going to be a factor here, I reckon.
Brazzani wins the tap out. Collins tried to get the hair pass out. Flanagan got ball into boot. Stannard palms it forward. Murray's there. Cox is there. Monahan picks up the football. Sorry, it was Woods. He's tackled just inside the 50 for South Colac. Will be a ball up again.
Quarter time in the A-grade netball grand final. LV 11 with a nose in front of Irrewarra Beeac 10.
Whoa. Thriller there on the netball courts there. It was delayed by some kids throwing mud on the ground.
Oh, no.
Your kids too, Max, I've heard.
Oh, brilliant tackle from Emery and he's gone. Brilliant work by Magic Mick Emery. Stanner didn't see him coming. And Mick Emery is going to go back and have a shot 40 metres there, but it's a tough kick due to these windy conditions this afternoon there at the Nikkei Cricket Club end. That was...
Well, what he's about? He's about 55 years old, Mick Emery now, so I don't think his legs can reach his distance.
Yeah, very, very good kick from this position, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
8 goals for the season. Mick Emery runs inside 50 now, 45 metres, hanging to the right. It's coming back! What about that? Mick Emery has created some magic.
Get him to Geelong.
And it's a goal at A contender.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages Goal of the Day.
He knew exactly what he was doing. He went out to the right and the wing just pushed it. So that was a beautiful kick from Mick Embry. And the South Colac Footy Netball Club have got the Bombers on the back foot. They're 5-3-33 to 3-1-19. 4 minutes gone in his third term. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard.
Oh, that comment's going to come back to bite me now, isn't it?
He was moving around like a 21-year-old on the dance floor back in the Hush Glory days.
What a celebration too.
Yeah, back in the middle, Prezani. Organa won the tap out, comes out to Murray for the Bombers, sends it inside the forward half for the Bombers. Giblet. Theodore Giblet picks up the footy. Hair pass went straight to Tyler Flanagan. Hair passes to Dylan. Dylan kicks. Hot spot. Sanders couldn't take the mark. Perkins gets around him. And he just bangs the ball out of defensive 50 for South Colac. Gardner's got the set. Couldn't take the mark. Theodore. Matty Gardner picks up the footy now on centre wing. Drives it down to centre half forward, but it's been turned over. Marked here by Campbell McRae for Irrewarra Beeac. So McRae now needs a bit of poise here, Irrewarra Beeac.
Shocking kick.
Kick wasn't good. Comes out now to Oborn. Hand pass went straight over the top to Jeffries. Comes out to Billy the Kid. Centre wing kicks to centre half forward. And Stephen Prezani takes a class over centre mark of the day. 65 metres out from goal. Puts it inside the forward 50. Lynch couldn't mark that one. Comes out the gaunt. Hand pass over the top now to Enor. Enor's kick. Oh, it was one here. Trying to get to the teammate there. Head over the football. No free kick. Ball up on centre wing.
Just quickly, back to Mitch Perkins there. That was absolutely outstanding. He is severely undersized. He won that ball out. He took it upon himself to clear it. Could not be better than what he did just then.
Garner dominating this third quarter. Chance now for Oborn. Sends it inside the forward half for South Colac. Gaunt's there for Irrewarra Beeac, the defender. Comes out to Murray. Ingles on ground level. He's tackled on the 50. Ball up.
This is important now for the Bombers here. These were in the same position this time last week against Elvie and found a way. Can they do it 2 weeks in a row? That's the question.
5-3-33, 3-1-19. South leading this game for 14 points. Cartwright. Kick out of that stoppage. Billy the Kid tries to pick it up in front of Theodore. Cleverly done there by the man that we love, but he's kicked out of bounds on the full. It's happened a bit today, a bit of magic, and then doesn't end well for that said player. So it'll be a free kick to Irrewarra Beeac, and they're back 50.
Stannard. So Irrewarra Beeac, like last week, getting the kitchen sink thrown at him at the moment. The long kick, Angus got up high, couldn't bring it down. Murray's been good. Quick handball intercepted there by Roberts. Kick out of there by Garner, looking for Stephen Brazzani. Got a shocking bounce, but got taken. Kevin McRae. Oh no, umpires play on. Ball up there, so let it go there. 65 around from the Kangaroos goal, doing all the attacking in this first 7 minutes of this third quarter. Dexter had a quick fumble, but hand passed in road. Cartwright, hand pass to Murray, hand pass Mr. Target, but Tyler Flanagan's had a rigging pack and he won himself a big 50-50 ball. But hand pass was went straight into the arms there of Brazzani, mapped up there by Thornton, ball up.
Interesting, really important part of the game here. You've got Ben Lavaz and Cam Parker both on the bench. For me, they need to get back out there as soon as possible.
Yeah, very strange indeed. Ball thrown up now. Angus to tap. Dexter roves it. Just a hat kick out towards centre wing, but Sammy Giblet's been terrific. And he marks on centre wing out of side. Maxi 7 gone. Roos by 14.
Yeah, Sammy Giblet was sensational in that semi-final against Elvie. We tricked him by telling him about that grand final parade, but got a bit of momentum. There was a bit of talk saying that maybe Colac should organise one future years. So we'll set up a committee.
Great
you're in charge. Tyler Flanagan tackled ball up between centre wing and half forward.
We have the Peter Hickey float at the start.
Yeah, well, that's all the clubs can make their own special floats. It's like Carter Festival, but CDFNL Grand Final Eve. Could be a big event, public holiday.
Move Carter to it.
Yeah, that's right. Chance here now for Walker. Thornton kick was smothered. Monaghan for South Colac backwards. Hand pass now for Woods. Tries to keep it alive. Dylan Flanagan now. Just gets ball in the boot. Garner's had a big third quarter. Got the hand pass over the top to Woods. Puts it inside the forward 50. Danny Roberts!
Good mark.
Class over centre mark of the day. And this is a big kick in the grand final. This to give South Colac a 20-point lead against the Breeze in the third quarter, the premiership quarter.
Just set himself really nicely for that. Timed his run, could see it coming that way, and he had enough space and time. There was a lot of leg rope given to him, and he's just snuck in nicely and clunked a very, very good bump.
Been a sensational play for South Colac. Played in the 2011, 16 and 19. Losing grand finals. He's captained the club. 40 metres out from goal. And he's drilled it. Huge goal for South Colac. Huge goal for the 2022 season. The Roos lead by 20 points. Goal of the day contender.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
6-3-39 South Colac. Irrewarra back 3-1-19. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. We've gone 9 minutes in the Sports Val Colac third quarter. Richardson Real Estate time clock. Lippy on the boundary.
You can notice that South are starting to win those one-on-one contests, where in the first half it was quite even between the two sides, and obviously on the scoreboard you can see with those one-on-one contests that you win, you start to get on top of the game.
Margin out to a game high, 20 points, because South Colac now getting on top. Dexter, good hand pass to Thornton. Thornton's kick inside 50. Giblet again got in front. Hasn't this guy been sensational again today?
Fantastic, Drew.
He's been brilliant again today. He kicks over the top looking for Jeffries. He takes a strong mark. South Colac making their move in this third term. Short kick to Menzies. He takes the mark here. The Bombers simply just don't have an answer up at the moment. His high kick up the line. Not a great, but good kick too. Mark taken that time there.
This fella too's been pretty prolific too, Nick Lynch.
Nick Lynch chips it over the top. Beautiful pass. Good punt to Richardson, but a free kick for Holden going towards Emery. He's got about 2 kicks from goal. In fact, it's Josh Black. He sends the ball inside 50, but that's a pretty ordinary kick from the former coach.
You're going to say something else then, Drew.
Yeah, Blackie, I didn't say it.
Good cover.
And Jason Cartwright takes the mark in defensive 50s. He's been told to go. Oh, he kicked it beautifully smart, but here's a chance here for the Roos to put the first nail on the coffin, you'd think, but Tyler Flanagan, good tackle. Plans to call Gaunt. Hand pass to Cartwright, runs out of defensive 50. His kick up towards the centre of the ground. Flash Mooney couldn't take the mark, but good enough to recover, did brilliantly. Kick was well summoned by Parker. Here's a chance now for the Bombers. Parker receives it from Theodore. Hands back to Cartwright. Cartwright's left foot kick is a good one to Sanders. Good mark. Class Harbour Centre mark of the day. Needs to get it in deep. Murray's one out with Giblet. Decides to go backwards, which is interesting, to Parker. Edge of the centre square here on centre wing. Important next few minutes coming up. They cannot afford to concede the next one. Parker's kick is high. Up towards Sammy Giblet again. No, they sport each other. Perkins. Chance here for the Bombers though, but Obam rubs it up to Perkins. His little kick out under pressure, but a free kick off the footy. It's going to go South Colac's way. Downfield, and it's going to go to Jeffries. The Roos have just got all the answers for the moment for the Bombers.
Yeah, game high, 20-point lead in this grand final. Jeffries now. Colac Tiger, skipper for many years. Now at South Colac where it all started. Tyler Black. Thumpy kick down to centre wing. Bluey Angus underneath this.
Oh, Bluey.
Perceived pressure. Josh Woods. His kick, it's a smart one. Bouncing football though. Numbers though with the Bombers. Stano with the footy now for Irrewarra back. Dribbling kick, finds a teammate. Tyler Flanagan takes the mark, puts it inside the forward 50. What happened? It was a free. Oh, I thought it was a whistle.
was a net ball.
Players stopped. Here's a chance now for Parker. Parker winds up 50 metres out from goal.
Got it.
Hey!
This is big now. Now go back, kick the goal, Gucci.
I reckon even the players thought there was a free kick.
Yeah, they just all pulled up.
Yeah, so Cam Parker kicked a couple of big ones in the last quarter last week. Opened the opportunity, seized the moment. He saw Chase Murray in the top of the goal square, took a great mark, and he'll try and go back and kick a goal. He's kicked 28 goals so far this season. He kicked that goal of the year when these two sides met the home and away season, and he's kicked a big third quarter goal for Irrewarra back, going back to 14 points. Goal of the day contender.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
Irrewarra back 4-5-29, South Colac 6-3-39, Sports Bow Colac, third quarter, that's on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. 12 and a half gone on the Richardson Real Estate time clock. Lippy on the boundary.
There was a whistle. I don't know where it came from.
Must have been from the netball, I'd say.
I'll tell you, if that travelled over here, well, that's a fair effort
Someone
in terms of
was
sound.
whistling at you, Lippy. There's a lot of people out there, mate. They're looking at you.
There's a net score in the netball.
I know you're taking, but
Theodore Patojo. We're back 16 lead, LB 15. So they're cracking game in netball here at the moment. So big goal for the Bombers.
When you're getting Rizzy's team of the year, boys, you know, the attention starts to turn to you.
So the Bombers with a much needed goal to just keep them in the hunt. 14 points to margin. Prezani, Stephen in the ruck. Angus wins it out. Dylan Flanagan trying to mop up. Hand pass back to Theodore. The Bombers go forward again. Bouncing ball up towards centre half forward. Grish trying to get in front. Here's a chance for Dexter. Just can't pick the darn thing up. Here's an opportunity with Oborn. Good tackle there from Dylan Flanagan. Mooney mops up. Mooney's picked it up on top of Billy McLeod's off to Flemington, but couldn't quite take it. Clayley, he did brilliantly. He keeps the ball moving forward. Hits a hit off to Tyler Black. Hand pass, a good one to Josh Black. Good pick up on the half volley. 55 metres out. Sends us to centre half forward. Cox got two to beat, but he won it outright. Class Harbour centre marker today. Kicks it inside 50. Ledge on the way. Second point. No. Couldn't quite take the mark, but mops up. Good tackle, Theodore, and he's gone. Hovering the footy. Important free kick coming up here for the Bombers.
He just whacked him too.
And he saw that, and that's 50 metres as well. So
that's not good from your coach.
No, not good at all. So big moment in the game now for the Bombers.
He's dragging himself too.
No, he's not. The boys on the bench said get off.
Yep. So Theodore now up about 2 kicks from goal. Nick Link's pretty furious at himself.
It's a pretty big moment in the game.
Free kick off the footy.
Another one.
Oh, it's Mitch Perkins is down.
Must have suffered
one.
an indiscretion off the footy, so...
And Monaghan's out here too on the wing.
And he's going to him there, Lippy, and he'll find him.
No.
So
What a Benny Hill music minute, the footy there.
Playing of the day stuff right there. Here's an opportunity with Woods. Hand past the Foley, but he threw it. And that probably should be nearly 50 metres as well, because kicking the ball away, but in fairness in grand finals, he's probably going to let himself...
There was a player loose in the goal square for South Colac. There was an instant goal, but that was just a handball.
So a bit of clang of the day stuff here at the moment from both sides. Go on, kick up the line by Walker. Up towards centre wing. Jackson flew high, couldn't quite take the mark. McGlade and Brazani puts a nice little slipper into it. Tyler Black to Monaghan. This game's gone up a level. Angus now mops up for the Bombers. He's taking kick up towards half forward. 50 metres out from goal. Grist went to ground. Perkins there. Sanders, they continue their match-up. Well played. Tyler Flanagan went to ground. Paul Brazani, well done. Ball boundary throw in. 52 out from the Bombers goal, who are desperately trying to stay in the hunt in the grand final. 15 minutes gone, third term. South Colac 6-3-39. Irrewarra Beeac 4-1-25.
Whoever settles in this little period here will be the side that wins it. They both can't get carried away and give away free kicks and lose the momentum. Have to settle.
100%. Ball thrown back in. Jackson wins the tap out. Monahan tries to rove the football. Comes out to Jeffries. Got it to Josh Black. Kick. Richardson almost took the one-hand slips catch. Here's a chance now for Stannard. Check sides. A weird kick. It's gone out of bounds on the full. And there'll be a free kick to Brendan Monahan. Almost just need a timeout, don't they?
I think we all need to take this, Max. I think we all just need to collectively breathe in and then breathe out.
There you go. Thanks for that. I feel better now.
Dr. Lippy.
Yep, Dr. Lippy. Monahan, half back to centre wing. Enor, Foley, couldn't take it. Stannard, McRae, just kicking hope. Lavars up against Lavars! Class over centre mark of the day. He plays on. He sends it inside the forward 50. Jackson's got the sit. He'll take the mark. Sanders trips over his own boot. And Perkins is going to rush it. No, he keeps it alive, Mitchy Perkins. He sends it out of South Colac's defensive 50 there. Black couldn't take the mark. Ingles will kick the first goal of the grand final. Gathers the football. He sends it short to Cam Parker. He's on the flank. He senses the kick and he finds Dylan Flanagan. Kick into the city end with the win. He goes in short. Couldn't find a teammate. Lavars.
That's Dexter.
Well, Dexter's taken the mark. Class over centre mark of the day. I saw the boots in the air.
They got the similar boots, but obviously they got the bottom parts same colour. So this one's a big kick at the grand final.
Surely the hair gave it away, Max.
Oh, well, I couldn't see. I just saw the boots flying in the air, mate.
Clanger of the day?
Yeah, possibly.
Stop trying to throw people under the bus, boys. Ed Dexter, 7 goals so far in 2022.
This is big.
Been a wonderful player, junior footballer, premiership player, now senior stalwart. Goes back. He's kicked. Lifts the side. Sanders! Has he taken a mark?
No, he's juggled over the line.
Juggled it over the line.
Claimed it.
Hang on. Oh, wait, hang on.
No video replay. They might have to go to the arc.
They're throwing it in.
They might have to go to the arc.
No.
We do have the video here. Can we do it? No?
Yeah, that was juggled. Well, under the boundary umbrella, right on it there too.
Boundary throwing. Top of the goal square here for Irrewarra Beeac. Garner wins the tap out. Bombers pressing. This is when they made their move in the prelim final. Another ball up.
Just quickly, guys, do a head count of how many players are in that 50 right now.
There's about 30 of them, I reckon.
Yeah, there's a fair chunk. Modern day football. Benny Tate throws the ball up. Garner wins the tap out. Black's kick. Oh, did it hit the line? Is it out on the full?
Oh, he's
called it out of outs.
27 plays in there.
Centimetre perfect. Then by Josh Black. If it was the AFL, deliberate every day of the week. If it was Wilbur Kerr calling it, would have been deliberate.
It was Tatey that paid that one.
Umpire throws it back. Garner wins the tap out. Murray! What a goal! Goal to the contender!
A Westwick Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
Here they
He
come, boys.
pulled a rabbit out of his backside there and just plucked it out of the stoppage, snapped around the body, bounced through for his second. Grand final on here at the Central. 5-1-31 Irrewarra Beeac. South Colac 6-3-39. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. 18, almost 19 minutes gone. Richardson Real Estate time clock. Sports Power third quarter.
We said at the start of the day the midfield from Irrewarra is what's going to get him over the line, and that was massive from Chase Murray. Plucked it out, took the ownership of the situation and slotted it.
Gooch Murray becomes the first multiple goal kick of the afternoon here. The Bombers are fighting their way back and they're going to get a free kick too. So it's going to go to Tyler Flanagan in the centre of the Central Reserve, and he's got to put the Bombers back into attack. Here's a good kick looking for Griston Cartwright. Good punch away from Seb Hay. Comes out to Menzies. Hand pass Mr. Target. Garner mops up. Going pass was well smothered by Dylan Flanagan. He's lifted the skipper. It's a high floating kick. Both have to come to the side, and Parker did it really well. And takes a Class Harbour centre mark of the day, the coach, and he'll go back and he'll kick from just outside 50.
He'll be looking to pass this.
I reckon he could nail this.
He's gone. He's
He
going to
kicked
have
a couple of beauties in that prelim last week, about 50 out. On the run, though.
LV lead by 4 at half time in the A-grade nipple, 22-18.
He's going to have a shot at this now, but there's a lot of leading going on.
Kicked 2 goals last week, Cam Parker in the last term. This is a big kick. 55 out. It's a big kick. It's all going to go to the right, as a matter of fact. It's hit the behind post on the full. And South Colac will reload here. So the Bombers sort of making a mini surge as we're into time on his third term.
So Giblet with the kick out duties. Plays on. He's kicked. Almost marked by Ingles. Billy the Kid comes flying in under. Free kick will go the way. So it was Jeffries who wins the free kick for South Colac. 8 points the margin in this grand final. Jeffries sends it to centre wing. McRae. Roberts, good play. Billy the Kid, quick hair past the Woods. Wanted to go the 1-2, but Woods decides to go inside the guts of the Central. Monahan flew, couldn't take the mark. Woods chasing. Collins got the hair pass out. Woods can't go to the football. Monahan's there as well. Ball comes out now to Woods. He kicks now, goes inside the forward 50 for South Colac. Gaunt with the football for Irrewarra Beeac. Kicks out a defensive 50. Billy the Kid, can he gather it? No, ran out of tarmac. Gone out of bounds. Boundary thrown between centre wing and half forward, just favouring South Colac's attacking side.
We spoke about before with all that momentum and the bit of energy going both ways. It's been Irrewarra's A-graders now that have got themselves into the game, and that's what's settled and got them into their rhythm.
Collins was Flanagan caught in this tackle by Monahan. Ball comes out. Tyler Flanagan's lurking. Woods has had a big third quarter. Murray's had a huge third quarter.
Good handball.
Flanagan. Here's Lavaz. Lavaz through the guts of the Central Reserve. Sends it inside the forward 50. The Colonel Sanders couldn't take the mark. Here's a chest now for Giblet. Giblet now has to get around the Colonel. Twist, turn, gets out of defence. And good kick there by to Stephen Prazzani. Good play by Giblet, yeah.
The Colonel nickname is Elite, by the way.
Giblet, Prazzani sends it out defensive 50. And it's gone out of bounds. Surely he knows, or he wouldn't know, the secret herbs and spices.
You'd have to be rooting.
$2 large chips to a KFC.
Have you seen on Twitter that KFC only follows 11 people? It's all the Spice Girls, and then the other guy's named Herb.
Oh, that's a ripping joke. Angus won the tap. Tyler Flanagan lifting in his third turn. Goodwin blast to the Blabberins. Captain Dillon inside 50 to go. Ball off hands. Steve Brazzani come barging in. Sanders lays a good body. Perkins, he took 3 of them on. He might be in a bit of trouble. He's gone. He's gone. He took 3 of them on.
One umpire called play on, the other umpire from downfield called the hold in the footy.
So, Max, where that umpire was in the 50, he couldn't see the disposal, whereas the other umpire was right on it, and that's why the free kick was paid.
Awesome. That's why you're down the boundary, Lippy.
Just got your back, Max.
That's why you get paid the big bucks, Lippy.
Wade Armstrong was all over it. And Jason Cartwright has the free kick to put the margin back to under a kick. Very experienced. Knows what it takes to win grand finals. Big kick this one. 40 metres out. He comes in and he kicks the goal. The Bombers are coming. Goal of a contender.
A Westwick Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
Jason Cartwright kicks his first. And the Bombers have kicked the last 3. And it's game on in the grand final. 2 points the difference. Bombers 6-1-37. South Colac 6-3-39. We play 23 minutes third term. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard.
Lippy, just have a look at Josh Sanders when he's coming off there. Is he a bit sore?
I don't know if I can creep out too far, or the emergency umpire might tell me to get back. But
It's only Jake Evans. He won't tell you off.
You'll be right.
I think it's just cleaning up the knee a bit, a little scratch or something.
Ball back in the middle. Theodore's kick was smothered. Garner, Jeffries dribbling ball towards the 50 for South Colac. They're pressing again. McRae, tackled by Foley. Ball comes loose. Collins trying to get over that football there. Ball up 40 metres out from South Colac's goal. 2 points in the grand final
Just a
of
cut
2022.
Sorry, guys, just a cut on the knee.
So cut on the knee, Prosper. Health group injury update. Here's Gord. Kick though, looking for Murray. Couldn't take the mark. Monahan tackles. There'll be another ball up 45 metres out from South Colac's goal. Oh, it's tense here at the Central, isn't it? You can feel it. Comes out the black. Collins, McRae.
Well
Free
done.
kick, Campbell McRae.
Well done.
It was magnificent last week. He's made a good grand final this week for Irrewarra Beeac. Kick low, Flanagan couldn't get it on the second bite. Punches the ball forward. Chance now for Enor. Got the hand pass over the top now, and off to the races is Jacob Stannard. Takes a cheeky bounce on the central reserve wing. Sends it down to centre half forward. Trying to find a teammate there. Overrun it was Theodore. Picked up here by the ball in Thornton. He's tackled in the ground. Ball up, 55 out from the Bombers' goal. Could they get a late one to get the lead here at three-quarter time? Almost 25 minutes gone this third quarter. It's the Roos by 2 points.
What a response here from Irrewarra as well. This is fantastic from them.
They were the same margin down where they were last week, the Bombers against Alvey.
Because they got one right at three-quarter time, didn't they? Get that 4-point lead.
And they're pressing again. Feel like to be ball up at 55 metres around from goal. Thrown up again. They've kicked the last 3 goals, and there is three-quarter time. And the scene is set for a massive final term to the 2022 season. And it's South Colac turning for home. 2-point lead as over Irrewarra Beeac, who've kicked the last 3 goals. It's the Roos 6-3-39. Bombers 6-1-37. Do not go anywhere on XFM on CDFNL Live. KSC Colac last term of the season. It is a 2-point lead to the Roos. Will they end a 20-year drought, or will the Bombers gone from wooden spooners to premiers in a space of 3 years? We'll find out after the break.
KFC Colac last quarter, $2 large, chips it back. I'm up and about that too. Drewy, take us away here, big last term.
Benny Tate gets us underway for the final time this year, perhaps unless we get extra time. Dylan to Tyler Flanagan can combine the kick up towards half forward. Brazzani in front, they're playing front position, that's Paul. To Perkins, he's had a good afternoon. Good little kick to Tyler Black. Got a push in the back. He's going to win himself a free kick. So important just to settle things down both these sides.
Who wins from here, Paul?
Oh, I could not. It's literally flipping for coin. It's just like I said earlier. It's going to be the
off the
side that's
fence.
settled. I'm on the fence. Genuinely.
He's gone for the draw.
South win now.
Tyler Flanagan, long kick. Angus got in front, but well done. That's on there from Josh Black. Class Harvest Centre mark of the day. He's going to quickly wheel and go. Big kick inside 50. Steve Brazzani there underneath it. Gaunt read it pretty well. Don't know who can claim that one, but anyway, Dylan Flanagan receives the hand pass. Good kick over the top. And finds Richardson here. So both sides yet to pull any punches in this last quarter. Important first goal here as Richardson, a long kick. Lavar's underneath this one with Mooney. Bouncing ball on kind for everybody. Picked up by Jackson to Thornton. Thornton's kick inside 50. McGlade underneath this one with Perkins. And Perkins took a brilliant Class Harvest Centre marker today. And they're going to go wide and find Sam Giblett again. He's had another fantastic and he's had a brilliant season, Maxie.
Yep, Giblett now. He's got Cox forward. That's where he's going to go. No, he's going to go a bit further. And Woods takes the mark. Touches the umpire. Call up. Oh, big play there. That was a good take there by Woods, though.
Where was it touched?
Must have been on the mark, or I don't know.
Yeah, must have been, I reckon.
We need the arc. Jackson won the tap out. Woods. Murray. He's been huge in this grand final. Tackled by Woods. And there'll be a ball up. Again, right in front of the netball court. It's got a score, Drewy?
Yep, Alvey up by 6, 28 to Irrewarra Beeac 22.
So, umpire Benny Tate throws the ball back. South Colac by 2 points, 39-37. How good is the local footy? It's back in 2022. We've finally got a grand final. It's a grandstand finish. Black dealt with in the back. That was Tyler. He'll get the free kick. He's going to go short. Finds his brother Josh. So Josh Black now. He's going to go short and find Monahan. Monahan now told to play on. Sends it inside the forward 50. Kick was smothered. Comes out to Collins. Oh, what a nice little dance move there by Brett Collins.
Great mark.
Good mark. Last line of defence there by Tom Enor. Class harvest centre marker of the day for Irrewarra and Beeac. He'll try and send the Bombers out of defensive 50 from the city end.
Who's going to land the first blow? A long kick looking. Daniel Roberts underneath it. Took a class harvest centre marker today.
Wrong side to exit from. Wrong side. Dangerous side, this one.
55 metres from home. He sends it high. Underneath the run. Rich has got a good run of this. Good mid still couldn't take the mark. Richardson immediately tackled by Cox. Ball up. Gee, it's intense here at the moment. You can cut the tension with a knife at the moment. Hard to split who's going to win from here. South Colac trying to end a 20-year drought. Well, the Bombers trying to win their first since 2010. Jeffries didn't have the footy. McLeod got the hand pass to Cox. Cox snap from 45. Lurches in front. Cox still couldn't take it, but well played starter. He's having a great game. He's coming back though, but Roberts couldn't take the mark. Point ball he won, but well played Dexter. Hand pass to Tyler Flanagan. Went astray. Picks up the footy though. He's lifted to the occasion. Hand pass inside, looking for Dylan. He's immediately wrapped up. Play on the call. Good umpiring. Monahan, ball spilled out again. Garner got a kick. He's going to put himself a free kick.
Danger.
For kicking in danger against
Wilbur's
Murray.
got the Doc's time machine and gone back in time to pay that free kick.
And pass to Monahan, 65 out. He's got there underneath a Black, but could punch away Angus. Ball going out of the play. We get a boundary throw in the left forward pocket.
So again, Irrewarra back to what they were doing really well earlier in the game. Plenty of numbers back in defence, and it's forcing South to dump that ball in. But what it is, it's dumping down to those spares from Irrewarra.
Umpire throws it back into play. Hot spot for South Colac. Pressure point here for Irrewarra Beeac. Stannard. South leading by 2 points in the last quarter. Bluey Angus. Thumper kick out of defensive 50 for Irrewarra Beeac. Couldn't take the mark there was McGlade. Comes out to Thornton. Got the hand pass over top to Dexter. Dexter. Thumper kick forward. No one's forward. Seb Hay leads the race. Chris under his hammer. Grist though keeps his feet on the ground. Perkins, he falls over. Thornton and Grist comes out now to Seb Hay. Tried to gather the football from behind him and he's gone out of bounds. Boundary throwing right in front of the netball courts here at Australian Lamb Company Stadium. And they're boundary throwing 2 points the margin in this KFC Colac last quarter.
That's a big result there for the Bombers because there are no one inside 50 whatsoever.
4.5 minutes gone. Garner wins the tap out. Comes out to Murray. He's trapped. It'll be another ball up. 55 out from the Bombers' goal. They're kicking to the Nick Hay Cricket Club end of the ground. South Colac to the city end. Jackson wins the tap out. Got reports that Nick Hay is actually at the game today.
Yeah, sitting at his end of the ground as he's claimed it himself too.
If anyone can confirm that, that'd be great and get a photo so we can just have that evidence that the great man's here at the CDFNL Grand Final. Comes out now to Flanagan.
Oh, he's done.
Tackled into the ground.
He's done.
Umpire's lurking, holding the footy. South Colac win the free kick and they'll go forward again, Drewy.
Hand pass to Magic McEmery. Kick up towards half-forwards. Not a great kick. Jeffries underneath this one. Coming through there. McRae, but Foley was brilliant. Hand pass over the top to Roberts. Hand pass back to Foley. Hand pass over to Coates. The coach and legs. Starts from 30. Had Black over the top. And he has sprayed it out on the full, and that is the clanger of the day contender so far.
But again, the pressure from Irrewarra has just forced a couple of mistakes there. South didn't have to rush that as much as they did.
They're just holding on here. Irrewarra back. The defence has been brilliant this final quarter, but ball's been turned over again. Billy the Kid. He's going to go short to Coxie. He was involved in the 11, 16 and 19 grand final losses. Goes in short and finds Brad Collins. Right forward pocket.
Made the right decision here.
Yep, decides to play on. Kicks it right to the top of the goal square here. Player comes from behind and takes the mark. It's Josh Black. It looked like Nick Lynch was going to take mark of the millennium, but Josh Black has taken a big mark. Class harvest centre mark of the day in the right forward pocket, city end. And this to give the Roos an 8-point lead in this last quarter. Tough pocket to kick goals from. He would have kicked a few in his Colac Tiger days. He comes in, he's got one so far in the grand final. Check sides, goal of the day material from Josh Black.
Westford Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
Snags his second, and in the KFC Colac last quarter, the Roos lead by 8 points, 7-3-45. Irrewarra back 6-1-37, 7 minutes gone. Richardson Real Estate time clock, that's on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. Paul, Big goal there for South Colac.
Enormous moment, even for him to run back with the flight like that, National Clunk one. That takes a lot of guts, a lot of courage, and it is moments like that that win your grand final. So thoroughly deserve that. But yeah, Irrewarra have done a really good job so far. If they can get one here, still game on big time.
Josh Black's 40th goal for the season, becomes South's first multiple goal kicker of the afternoon now, and they land the first blow of this final term. High jumper under kick by Theodore, bouncing towards the half-forward line, but bouncing backwards the wrong way from a Bournemouth point of view. Tyler Flanagan, hand pass, went astray. Here they go again, the Kangaroos there for Emery. Emery's kick is up towards half-forwards, okay to Brazzani, couldn't quite get there. Opportunity now with Gawn, back it comes to Walker. He did really well to get around two Kangaroos forwards. He chips further afield and finds Dexter. Dexter's kick not great. Bench touch off the boot. Emery mops up. Hand pass on the ground's a good one to Woods. Woods' kick is a high up and under kick up towards half foot. Punched away that time from Collins. It's going to be a good result here for the Roos. He's going to get a boundary throwing out of it.
Had 15 photos of Nick Hayes sent to me today, just in the last 5 minutes, Paul. He's here.
He is here. He definitely is.
Yeah.
If anybody wants an autograph, Nick is handing them out.
Boundary throw in here. South get the next one. You feel it's going to make it very difficult for the Bombers to come back, you feel. Foley picked up. Got around two. Great tackle, Stannard holding the footy.
How good has this kid been today?
He has been outstanding, Jacob Stannard, and he wins himself a free kick inside defensive 50 again. The Bombers are getting the kitchen sink thrown at them again like they did last week.
Some of these youngsters from the Bombers growing as the game's unfolded. Stannard thumpy kick to the middle of the ground. Here's one. Tyler Flanagan, Class A centre mark of the day. He's going to switch for Cartwright, the veteran. He's got the whole Central Reserve wing grandstand side to himself.
Keep going.
Second bounce. Will he go for a third? No. He puts it inside the forward 50.
Great grab.
Charlie Grist, Class A centre mark of the day. What about the poise from Jason Cartwright? Got the whole wing, took a couple of bounce, nice Saturday afternoon stroll, and he just kicked that up there for Grist, who's taken a big mark.
And not only that, Maxie, the Tyler Flanagan there just hold the ball on for a little bit longer than the time, and they just rode the numbers there, so that was brilliant there.
Again, being led by their A-graders so far, Irrewarra, that's what's really got them back in the game.
This to bring the margin back to just 2 points. He's missed. That would have been goal number 50 for the year too. And that's actually their first behind that they've kicked. It was a rush behind, was their only behind so far in this grand final. Back to 7 points. Oh boy, it's getting to that. Could be a draw scenario. 45-38. Grandstand finish. Grandstand finish coming up in the KFC Colac last quarter. 7-3-45, 6-2-38. 10 minutes gone. Last quarter.
In the season we've had, it deserves a big finish, and we're getting one. Giblet's kick is a beautiful 55-metre pass, and Emery didn't have to move. Takes an easy mark, and he's going to put the Kangaroos forward. That's a better kick looking for Steve Brazzani. Caught with the fist away. McRae didn't have the footy. Umpire said play on. Tyler Black over the top now. Comes to Collins. Collins snapping ball inside 50. Nick Lynch read it well. Couldn't take the mark. He's kicked forward. It's a hacking kick. Josh Black underneath it. Monahan well wrapped up by Cartwright. Ball up. Good result again for the Kangaroos. Get another stoppage out of it. Not the first time they've done it in this quarter already to move the ball up from one end of the ground to the other very convincingly. Angus wanting the tap. Important ball to be won here. Flanagan reeling his side on. Stannard's been brilliant. Cat kick out of there. Jackson there. The umpire's gone down. It's economy of errors. Garner sweeping out towards the ump. He's gone down again. Armstrong comes out to Mans. He's 50 metres down. Hat kick.
He's injured.
He's no good, Wayne Armstrong. He might have done the fetlock.
He's not in a good way here.
Clanger of the day there. Fell over twice, Wayne Armstrong. Jakey Evans is the emergency umpire.
He had the jumper off and ready to run out, boys.
I think he's ready to go, the youngster. I reckon most years we've had the emergency have to come on.
Yes.
Then he taped, came off as well, and somebody came on, did a good job too from memory in the last grand final.
Yeah,
so
he's struggling out there too, Wayne.
Umpire throws it back into play, 30 metres out from South Colac's goal. Is there a killer bro coming up? Woods, right forward pocket, wanted a free kick. Mitch Thornton though, thumpy kick out of defensive 50, being marked on the forward 50 by Billy the Kid McLeod. He's got it.
I want umpire watch here, and I reckon it's a matter of time before he comes off because he's limping around.
I'm with you.
Prosper Health Group injury update. Billy the Kid sends it inside the forward 50 for South Colac. Brewer the Angus couldn't take the mark. It's gone out of bounds, right forward pocket. So again, repeat entrance for South Colac, but Irrewarra Beeac defence is standing up. 12 minutes gone this last quarter. It's a 7-point game, 45-38. Angus won the tap out. Comes out now to Richardson. Kick was smothered. Flanagan, Dillon. McLeod to Woods. Dropped the footy. Tyler Flanagan there in and under the football yet again. And it'll be another ball up 40 metres out from the Roos goal.
I think Jack Evans is just about ready to come on already.
Yeah, he's pumped, ready to go.
Stretching the calves, boys, and the quads. He's ready to go.
Fresh haircut for the occasion too. Looking at Jack.
As Garner won the tap out, rode his own footy. Our umpire said he threw it. So free kick to Irrewarra Beeac. 7 points they trail by. They need 2 goals to win it.
They do. Angus now has it inside defensive 50 again. Big kick up towards centre wing. Jackson's got 2 to beat. Created a contest. It's been picked up by Grist. Couldn't quite trap it. Thornton doing his good work under heavy duress. Heavy tackling going on there. Thornton lays a heavy tackle there on Embry. Ball pin will get a ball up. This grand final still with the knife's edge. South Colac clinging onto a 7-point lead.
Umpire still limping too.
Yeah, you probably need the time to take the boy off, I reckon.
The green screen from the Warrnambool Raiders.
Monahan, hand pass, Tyler Flanagan lifting his side. Good handball to Stannard. He's been brilliant. Gives it off to Theodore. What can the Bombers do? But his kick not great. And Sam Gibblett's done it all final series. Takes a great mark in defence. Big kick to centre half forward. Lynch has got to the way of the front. Collins underneath it. Lynch taking the mark. Class Harbour centre marker today.
They're all yelling out goal from the bench here.
And Nick Lynch will go back and will give South Colac a 13-point lead and a step closer to ending the decade-long premiership drought.
But look at the back of that contest there. Giblett was on his own. Backward was a stoppage on the far wing, and no one went near him.
Nick Lynch will kick from just on 50. Hits it pretty well. Looks pretty good. It's a goal!
How's the strut and the salute to the crowd?
A Wayne Carey-like strut from Nick Lynch. It's a goal that they contend, and the Kangaroos are a step closer to a flag.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
He's kicked his second, and the Roos lead by 13 points. 8-3-51. Irrewarra Beeac 6-2-38. 14 and a half minutes gone in this KFC Colac last term. Greg Allen, Farm Machinery scoreboard.
Oh, yeah, he loves a goal celebration, this Chicken Lynch. And he probably needed to reward his club for giving away that 50 metre and changing that third quarter. So back in the middle now, KFC Colac, finger licking good last quarter. Can the Bombers pull something out of the backsides now and get back in this ball game? 13 points. They trail. They got back in it in the third quarter. Had a big last quarter in the prelim last week. Here's Jeffries. Thump the kick back inside the forward 50 for South Colac. Walker couldn't take the mark. Lynch is there. Comes off behind him now. Collins. Lynch picks up the football. He sides it to the top of the goal square. Coxie couldn't take the mark. Cartwright's there for the Bombers. Thumps it out of defensive 50 for Irrewarra Beeac. Theodore. Big mark. So Lockie Theodore now. Centre wing. Goes inbound to Dylan Flanagan. Well, Tyler Flanagan takes the mark instead. Tries to get it to Dylan. Under siege there. Prezani's there. Flanagan. That was Dylan. Picked up the football again. Monahan gathers the footy as well. Centre wing. Ball up again. There's some big moments in this game.
The South Colac bench is very up and about, boys.
They lead by 13 points. They've got one hand in the cup, and the cup's right in front of us here in the CDFNL live commentary booth at the Central Reserve. Stannard. Mitch Thornton, hand pass backwards to Bluey Angus, thumping kick, looking to go to the forward 50. Mooney couldn't take the mark. Lavar's been quiet, but Mooney, nice little palm off to Monahan. Monahan got the hand pass looking for Black, couldn't get there. Here's a chance now for Foley, gets around Richardson. Foley dropped the footy though, should have been holding the footy.
Gee.
Crowd going 8 drop-ins here at the Central. And it'll be a ball up on the 50 for South Colac.
Gee, very lucky there, I would have
It's an interesting one. He laid the tackle but then let go and then the ball got dropped.
8-3-51, 6-2-38, 16 and a half gone. KFC Colac last quarter, Roos by 13.
Ball thrown up, 55 around from goal, one down by Prezani, Stephen. Monahan taken high, umpire letting it go. No, the umpire spotted a throw. So they'll get a little bit of justice perhaps from that holding the ball that was missed earlier, but it was the correct call as Angus thumps it long. McGlade's had a quiet afternoon. Daniel Roberts immediately tackled by Theodore, ball up. Dexter over the top of him. 17-minute mark there.
The defensive efforts by Paul Prezani over the final series have been pretty impressive too, guys.
He's been great today again. Thrown up. Steve Prezani. Paul coming through there. There's Monahan and Jeffries, ball up. So time ticking down. Next goal for South would win it. The Bombers deep the next one, just to give them some hope. It's been a very hard-fought slog of the grand finals. Been a close contest all afternoon. Kicked out the pack by Mooney to Cox. Cox kicks it inside 50. Leach has to compete. He's given away a free kick though. He knew straight away. And the Bombers simply have to go here. Walker has the footy now. 17 and a half minutes gone. South Colac by 13 points. KSC Colac last quarter, but it's been a fantastic season. Great to have local footy back this year after a couple of years away with COVID. Here's an opportunity now with Giblett. Pips up the footy now. Hayes crunched. Here's an opportunity now with Billy the Kid. He's had a great final series again. His kicks are beauty. Collins takes the mark 60 metres from goal. Goes inside 50. Garner's there. Ball just carried a little bit short for him, but Walk happy to see it go over. And we'll get a boundary throw in here. 18 minutes gone. South Colac 13 points. They're minutes away, you'd think, from ending a 20-year premiership drought.
There to go, end to end, 3 times now. Peter Hickey grabs the premiership cup off my hand out of this commentary box, as I was bragging about it before. South Colac go forward. Lynch, hand pass, Black, check sides. Point. I reckon now that officially rules out the draw. 8-4-52, 6-2-38, 14 points the margin. Bombers need 3 goals in about 4 or 5 minutes. It's been one of those years where something like that could possibly happen. Kicked out a defensive 50. Flanagan couldn't take the mark. South Colac a 1 killer blow away
on the footy
from ending this grand final. Free kick goes the way to Ingles. Defensive 50 for Irrewarra Beeac. Sends it down to centre wing. Lavaz off the chain, couldn't take the mark. Here's Giblett for South Colac. Hand pass smothered by Lavaz. Knocked out of bounds. Boundary throw in on centre wing. Lippy on the boundary.
Yeah, a bit of cramp here for, I'm just going to see his number, I've missed it.
Justin Mooney.
Justin Mooney, that's the one, sorry. But yeah, it's a bit tense down on the boundary, as you could expect.
19 minutes gone in this last quarter, approaching time on. South Colac 14 points in front. They're minutes away from ending. They're winning their first flag since 2002. Murray hold up, ball up.
It's been a great midfield battle today too.
Yeah, it's been a cracker. Ball thrown up again. The ruck's been pretty even, I feel, all day. Comes out to Oborn. And past to Tyler Black, just a quick kick out of there.
I'm on here.
Here, you're a chance here, Lippy. There's Monahan's happy to take it go over, but not far away. Boundary throw in. As Chase Murray comes off. And Mitch Thornton comes back on. We're in the time on in this last quarter. And it's South leading by 14 points.
14 points the margin. South Colac leading this big dance. The Central Reserve, Jeffries. He's tackled on centre wing. Another ball up. 14 points the margin. Time on. 20 minutes gone. KFC Colac. Last quarter. Angus wins the tap out. Seconds ticking. Comes out to Tyler Black. Thumping kick. Goes inside the forward 50 for South Colac.
Oh, great grab.
Big mark. Class over centre mark of the day. Danny Boy Roberts.
Hasn't he been good today too?
He has. Wouldn't have big stat numbers, but playing that sort of defensive 50 or forward 50 attacking role.
He's got the wind behind his back here too.
Kicks this, boys. It's officially South the clock.
He'll do a cartwheel.
And just quickly, the umpire has come off with a calf injury.
Injury?
Yeah.
There's your clanger of the day.
Oh, no.
Daniel Roberts on the 50 to give South Colac the premiership.
Oh.
Misses behind. Oh, he would have loved. He would have jumped the fence and high-fived his mum then. Ball kicked out a defensive 50. 15 points the margin now. Mick Embry, the veteran, hand pass, looking for Billy the Kid. Drives it inside the forward 50. McRae's there for Irrewarra Beeac. Big tackle again. Holding the footy. Brendan Monahan wins the free kick for South Colac. And he'll just take all his 30 seconds or whatever seconds we get in the CDFNL. I reckon sometimes you can wait 5 minutes for a player to have a shot for goal.
It's open to interpretation.
Yeah, that's right. So Monahan is deciding to go short in the right forward pocket. Woods, round 1 to round 2, sets it up. Good. Class over centre mark of the day to the Stephen Prezani. And he'll go back and win South Colac the 2022 premiership.
It's been a great battle between those two today too, Mitch Gorn and Prezani. Unfortunately, for Gorn's sake, Prezani's taken that one and looks like he'll kick the sealer.
Right forward pocket, city end. Stephen Prazzani, been a big recruit for South Colac, a stalwart for the Colac Tigers for over a decade. He goes back, and South Colac are going to win the premiership. It's a goal of the day contender.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
South Colac now lead this grand final by a game high 21 points, 9-5-59 to 6-2-38. They've kicked 3 goals to nothing in this last quarter. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen, that's the premiership.
What an unbelievable year, what an unbelievable game. This has just been an arm wrestle the whole way through. South have just ground this one out, and look, they deserve to be in front at this point of the game. They've been fantastic.
So back in the middle, Wilbur Kerr throws the ball up. Garner wins the tap out. It's had a big second half. Flanagan, Tyler, it's a high up and under kick. Embry takes the mark. Premiership play for the Colac Tigers in 2014. It's going to win a premiership now for South Colac. Kicks for Dan Jeffries. Also a Colac Tiger stalwart. And there you go. After a decade of near misses, being the bridesmaid, prelim final losses, South Colac have ended their 20-year premiership drought, and they win the 2022 CDFNL Grand Final. What a day. Been 3 years in the making since we had a big dance. We missed out in 2020 and 2021, but here we are.
Coxie,
local footy,
sorry,
back up and about.
Coxie, I've got Coxie here, mate. How you feel? There you go.
Oh, that's unreal, mate. That is unbelievable. Finally, we had belief. We knew we could win it. We'll never lose in that, mate.
Get in there and celebrate, mate. Well done.
If there's anyone that's going to deserve a premiership, it's Benny Cox, because he's been waiting for how long, Maxie? 15 years?
Yeah, he played in the 2008 losing Colac Tigers Grand Final at GFL, and all those Grand Final losses for South Colac too, so it's a big one. They're up and about, Lippy.
I don't think I can get in this scrum here. I'll just try and pin someone. Here we go.
You got Nick Leach out the back here, Lippy.
Even the A-grade netball, that is confirmed. So we're going to extra time.
Extra time in the A-grade netball. Oh,
wow.
Boy. I joked about it. Maybe that's the game that's going to send our first ever night grand final here in Colac.
It's pretty. Who would have thought that the A-grade netball would actually finish later than the football?
Well, that final series, the first 2 weeks, the first 4 games, it was a collective margin of 6 points, and now they're going to draw on the A-grade netball. It's sensational.
Congratulations to the South Colac Football Club on taking out the premiership today. You've had a wonderful season. In the same breath, I'd like to acknowledge and congratulate Irrewarra Beeac for their season as well. I know it wasn't the result you wanted, but congratulations on making the grand final, and all the best for next year. Round of applause for Irrewarra Beeac. I'd like to welcome Cam Parker to the stage just to say a few words. First and foremost, thanks to the League and Central Reserve for putting on such a superb final series. The facilities are amazing, and you wouldn't want to play finals footy anywhere else. Firstly, to South Colac, I know it's been a long journey for you guys, and there's probably been a few uphill battles, but I thought you've handled the last couple of weeks with a bit of controversy off field really well, and the football you played in finals has been unbelievable, and I think at the end of the day that's the most important time to play your best footy. So congratulations to Nick and the boys. You've got a really good balance, and I know you've got a lot of quality footballers out there. So on a big stage, I think 3 times in a row you got it right, and you thoroughly deserve to win the day, so well done. To our boys, it goes without saying, it's never easy playing in a grand final and being the second best side, but we've spoke about it a number of times this year. I'm super proud of you as a group. Every week we rock up and we find a way to win, and we've done it with multiple players out each week and different sides and different sizes, and I'm really proud of where we've got to, albeit today was not quite enough, but it just is what it is. I think if we can take anything away from South, sometimes you maybe need one of these to hopefully come back and be bigger and better. So to do, mate, was unbelievable. You're a great person, great footballer, and an unbelievable leader. And We're just going to come back and be bigger and better again. So, again, well done, South Colac. Thanks to all my boys, and we'll see you next year. Before we start the presentations for the medals, I'd just like to acknowledge the CDFNL sponsors. Thank you for your support. The board of the CDFNL as well for getting this season up and running, and also those who at AFL Barwon who also helped get this season up and running. A round of applause for the CDFL board in particular as well. Of course, we don't have a game without our umpires today, and I'd like to acknowledge them with a presentation of medals. For starters, emergency field umpire who ended up getting on the field in the end, Jack Evans. Our goal umpires, Christopher Curran and Braden Smith. Our boundary umpires, Malachi Brentwood Belcom, Zach Munro, Albert Scott and Isaac Tate. And our field umpires, Wade Armstrong, Ben Tate and Craig Kerr. Again, thank you to our umpires for today. To the stage to present the Peter Featherstone Award for someone who's judged best of field. And today's winner from the South Colac Football Club is Matt Garner. Say a few words. I know you love it. Yeah, just on behalf of South, thanks to Warra for a good game. We've had a great year and yeah, well done. And yeah, thanks to the league and everyone that made this day happen. So, cheers. I'd now like to ask Adam Downard of South Colac to come up and present the medals today. Starting with number 2, Paul Prazzani. Number 3, Joel Menzies. Number 4, Mitchell Perkins. Justin Mooney. Number 10, Jordan Foley. Number 12, Daniel Roberts. Number 15, Tyler Black. Number 16, Josh Black. Number 17, Michael Embry. Number 19, Bradley Collins. Number 23, Matt Garner. Number 24, Stephen Brazzani. Number 26, Seb Hay. Number 28, Dan Jeffries. McLeod. Number 30, Joshua Woods. Brendan Monahan. Number 36, Lewis O'Born. And number 43, Samuel Giblett. I'd now like to welcome the captain, number 7, Ben Cox. And the coach, number 8, Nick Lynch.
First of all, Cam and the boys, tremendous year from basically where you come from to now over the last 3 years, tremendous effort, and as I said off field then, usually back here giving another crack if you keep your squad. Tremendous blokes through that squad, and your fan base is unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. Just keep ticking along. To our South crowd, fucking unbelievable. It's been a long time coming, and the blokes like Magic, Robbo, Flasher, even Bodie and that, just fucking finally got here. I don't care about swearing. But all in all, my boys, tremendous work, fight tooth and nail, and here it is. Let's celebrate, let's crack in and enjoy.
And to present the Premiership Cup for 2022, the chairman Peter Hickey, congratulations to the South Colac Football Club.